Hello there, welcome back to Crafters TV. I hope you are having a brilliant Tuesday so far. We have got a bumper mammoth, 3-hour marathon of a show coming your way over the next few hours. Of course, we've got launch party here with you now for an hour. Then we will have an hour of all things Paper Dienamics and then another instalment of launch party for you as well over that. There's lots of stuff going on over on the website at the moment, so make sure you head over there. Check out the 2 for 20 that's going on, so you can get 2 products. There's a whole host of glorious things that are on 2 for £20, dollars or euros. You'll see them there on the home screen. Make sure you click into those and have a little look at some of the wonderful stuff that is coming your way. Craig or Bagel is back with me again this hour. How's it going, Craig? Oh, Craig is so adorable, right? He brings in with him it's so cute. He brought a lasagna in for his tea. Then also he brings a handful of salad to have on the side of it as well.
I'm doing good, thank you.
That's effort, Craig.
I'm doing so good. Thank you so much for asking, Joe. Yeah, I'm nice and refreshed. I had my tea, my little microwave lasagna.
Just a little cute amount of salad. Just a little salad.
It's just a little salad.
Yeah,
I think what was more funny though is I kept the lasagna in that microwavable dish on the plate with the lump of salad at the side.
On the side.
It was nice. It was nice. It was really good.
We've got an amazing show coming up, haven't we, over the next few hours?
Do you want me to tell you about it?
What can we expect, Craig?
Yeah, you sure? You ready? Well, then go for it. Here we go. We have got...
Do you have any dressing on that salad?
No, I didn't actually.
No. Oh, okay.
No, I was looking for some, but I didn't have any. Okay, right, so here we go. We are going to be showing you, we've got our new Layered dies here. We're going to be having a look at these first and foremost. For me, they're like gatefold dies because they create fab, concepts when it comes to the gatefolds, but they are layered dies. What we've then got is a few different ways in which you can use them. A few different shapes, but then you can start to incorporate your Christmas collection, Knitwit collection, Sara's Signature collection, Nature Gardens.
Gorgeous,
all of these you can be doing. And then what we do have on the show as well, whether we get to them or not, but they are on the show for you to check out, is our new Ellipse dies. These did launch yesterday. We featured them earlier on today because they have been so popular. And what is so fab about these ones is these are actually slightly thicker when it comes to the die. Not quite multimedia thickness, but a little bit extra depth when it comes to your dies. What that enables you to do is cut through 2 layers of 300 GSM cardstock. So you can be layering them up. Of course, you can absolutely use these the same way that you would use any of your edgeables, but that fun thing is you're going to be able to cut through 2 layers so cleanly. There's no buckling, there's no feathering, nothing at all. But then what we've managed to sneak back in is a few elements from an early Sara Signature collection, Garden Party, and also talking about sneaking in from a few bits that are hanging on, and that is from Winter Sparkle. There's not much, but there's a little bit as well. These ones are all little collections that we're going to we'll try and get to. If we don't get to them within launch party, you are going to find them on Shop the Day, as well as Shop the Show.
You will. It's all over there, isn't it? All the goodies that you could possibly want over on the website, craftscompanion.co.uk.eu. Lots of you chatting away already. Susie is our social media superstar for this evening. Kimberly says hi from North Carolina. Hi. Lillian's back again. Mary Rhino's here. Susan's in from Las Vegas. I was watching lots of TikTok videos in bed last night about Las Vegas, Craig. It was just like, there's just this woman, I can't remember her name, and she just goes, here's a look at the so-and-so Las Vegas. It could be like a restaurant, a hotel, like an experience. And I found myself in this TikTok black hole watching videos of Las Vegas. I really want to go. I've decided I want to stay at the Wynn is where I want to stay.
Is that where you want to go?
That's where I want to stay, at the Wynn, yeah, in Las Vegas. They do have a lot of buffet restaurants, which are just right up my street, to be honest. Who else we got here? Elena is in from East London. Susie says that is a sad salad. She said a salad without any dressing is a sad salad. It looked quite happy, didn't it?
It did. Well, it was fresh.
Yeah, it was very fresh. Very crispy salad, crispy salad. Mary Pat saying hi from Montana. LQM is in San Jose. Fred's in California. Susan saying hi from the southeast as well. She's saying hello to her favourite presenter and her favourite expert on the show this evening.
Debbie's not in today.
Yeah, you're a favourite.
Oh, me?
You're a favourite.
Me,
And I'm a
little
favourite.
me.
We're her favourite duo, apparently. And Laurie Barnett says hi from Gilbert, Arizona. Hello to all of you.
Hello.
You are welcome. Come
Hello,
in, sit
dear.
down, make yourself comfy, get yourself a cuppa, and settle yourself in for the next few hours.
What I've done. Well, I'll just sit
Craig's
down.
got a cuppa.
will I?
You ever
I'll
sit
just
down?
sit down. I'll just settle in and watch.
Get yourself a cuppa, and that's it. We'll be good to go.
Did you like that? I've got no chair behind me, but I managed to look like I was actually sitting.
Can you imagine? Right. What am I meant to be doing?
What's in your hands?
Pads. There we go. We're going to look at the pads first. It's the most random start to a show ever. This one here, these are your 12 by 12s. This one is your homebody collection, as you can see just here. Really beautiful, lovely collection of papers in there, 12 by 12, 24 sheets. You've got to get that for free. You will also get this one for free as well, which is the Kindly Thoughts collection. Really beautiful colourway here of blues and yellows, lots of florals, lots of fussy cutting opportunities, again, with that one. Next up is this one just here, which is your Country Lane. Really beautiful Sara Signature collection, this one. It's got a little bit of a nostalgic feel, I said it earlier. I'm not quite sure if it's the artwork or the colourways. There's something in there. It makes me all warm and fuzzy inside, Craig.
Ah.
So you're going to get that one included as well. And you will get this one, the Vintage Butterflies, which is one of the newer ones. It is a really lovely depth and dimension. Lots of gorgeous artwork there on that one as well. It's a really fabulous collection of beautiful, beautiful papers in lots of lovely sort of vintage muted colour tones too. A brilliant selection there for you. 120 sheets in there, which makes that incredible value at £31.98 or £36.90. So you've got that one just there. And then the other thing we're going to take a look at, of course, is these. These are not only new, but a new concept as well, which is very exciting. So not something we've done before. You'll see here, really awesome. This one here is your vintage ticket that you've got, which is fabulous. You've got the dies to allow you to cut the outer layers and the gatefold, and then the inner panels as well. This one here is your scalloped circle. You will also receive the ellipse frame, and then you've got in there the stylish mosaic as well. £51.96 or £59.80, saves you £12.99 or £14.95. If you've got any questions at all, you can get them into me. You know the drill. Lots of you still saying hello. Olga's in Brooklyn, she's at work, hi. Mo, #2, says hello, all working from home, just wanted to listen in, but I have to chime in on Las Vegas. There we are. There's a special buffet deal, talking about Las Vegas, Mo says there's a special buffet deal you have to do where you can go to a bunch of buffets, all at the Caesars Hotel, over 24 hours. It's gut-busting, literally.
Sounds good.
24 hours, multiple buffets. That sounds amazing, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And Susan says, yes, Joe, my favourite duo. So relaxed and happy in your teamwork. And superb crafting and lots of fun. Oh, you're more than welcome. Miriam's in South Carolina as well. Right then, Craig, how would you like to kick things off? Where do you fancy starting this evening?
Let's have a look at our Layered Edge dies here. Let's show you some more finished samples first and foremost before we do crack on. Now, you can have them like this, but then what about extending them out so you can create your apertures as in your fold backs? But then these are then creating that aperture depending on the shape that you are using. But then what you do have is you have your little nesting dies. I say little nesting dies, nothing little about them. They are great for creating that center point. But what you can then do is you can change the part of the card that you're cutting. So it can be central, it could be to the left, it could be the right, it's up to yourself. What about bringing in some of your nature garden collections that we can see here? Maybe you're going to go right back into your masquerade ball. I mean, how fab is that? Isn't that fab? Really, really is. Going in with a vintage snowman. So within these ones here, you can absolutely use these for any occasion. You know, they're not occasion specific. And then just going back now into the few that I showed you earlier on. So that is what you can do in the concept way of these dies, which are of course the layered edge dies. So let's show you them. Let's bring in a piece of cardstock. So this is a piece of our multi-purpose card, and it's cut to 11 by 7 inches, 11 by 7. And then what I've done is I have already scored at 2 3/4. So I'm going to do that again, just to make that a little bit more embossed. So I'm going in at 2 3/4. And then to make it easier for myself, I'm going to flip it over and I'm going to do the same again, 2 3/4. And then what we're going to do is we're going to do what we would usually do, and we're going to then go in with a gatefold style and fold them back on themselves. So if we fold them back, then that means we've got 6 inches, and then we've got 3, and then we've got 3, which gives you that measurement. So it is going to open up that way. But what we want to do is we want to turn it back on itself, and then this is where I have difficulty. If you've seen our old Word gatefold dies in the past, you know where it's got love, or and then they connect into each other.
I like those ones.
My mind could just not work them out.
Together.
I couldn't get them the right way. My mind just wouldn't allow it. So let's go for it, because it's that kind of idea. So let's bring these ones in here. So what we're going to do is these are our 2 dies here. So this is what's going to create that aperture shape. Now straight away, you want to think that they're going to go like that, but they're not. You're going to turn one way, and then you're going to turn one the other way, like so. And then what I'm going to do is either make it easier for yourself central by using your glass mat, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to have it a little bit further up. And what I should say is when it comes to this whole edge, this whole lot die cut, so from that tip all the way around. So what I'm going to do, Joe, is I'm going to go right up to the edge, like so. So I'm going to then tape that one down, and then we're going to do the same at the bottom. So this very slim part of the die down at the bottom here, that's not over the edge, that will actually cut right on that very edge, and then I'll trim off that slither. And then so that it is in that same position on the right hand side, which will be the left hand side when you turn it back on itself, we're going to do exactly the same. So right up against the edge of your card. Now I am still going to be using my junior, which I won't be because it's not going to fit. So let's go in with our large Gemini. Never thought of that one, did I? There we go. Let's bring in that one in. So bringing it in. So what I'll still do is I'll still use my junior plates because it can go in lengthways. So bringing in my junior ones here, and then I'm going to go position it same as you would do any other dies. I'm going to pop that into the side, plastic, magnetic top plate, and then we can then feed that one in. Don't need to let it go all the way through, pretty pointless. So now that it's done that cut, I'm going to pause it, and then I'm going to do the reverse.
If you do get to that point and you've only got your junior, Craig, is there any way of making that work for your junior? Can you like fold it around, or is there any sort of way of any hacks to make that go through?
Yeah, so like if this was a normal half fold card, then what you could do, Joe, is you can bend that on over itself.
Right,
so
okay.
you could bend that around and then feed it through. I would actually bend it in between maybe your plastic shim or something, so you can do it that way. If it's this style, for me straight off the bat that I'm thinking, Joe, you wouldn't be able to do that.
No.
You're not when it comes to this specific style. The only alternative that you could do, just turn it around and then trim your card so that it is the same width of your junior plates, then it could do. But this specific size that I'm going for, no, you really wouldn't be able to.
Just for us.
But good question, though. It's a good one to know. So now that I've cut that side, what I'm going to do is do exactly the same again. We're just going to pop that one up. We're going to feed it through, and then we can bring it out.
Amazing. Any questions you've got about this, you can get them into us. Crafters TV on. Sorry, I was just getting my tea. Just come back to it. Just me not here. Just get my cuppa from over there. Crafters TV over on Facebook, Crafters Companion across on YouTube, of course, and we will pop them over to Craig and I'll answer them for you. But very, very busy on these when they launched. I think it was Friday off the top of my head, and they've continued to be very busy all weekend. So make sure you snap them up.
Yeah, absolutely. So there we go. I'm glad that's happened. Now, it's by sheer coincidence, something I talked about earlier on has just happened here. So it's got to this point where I've paused it and stopped, and it stopped. And see how I do the reverse? See how it's not doing anything? And if I do the play, it's not doing anything. Occasionally that can happen. Please don't panic. What to do if it is doing that, none of the buttons are working, go on, tell you what, let's go that way. What to do is go into that pause play button, keep your finger on it. And then there we go. So don't panic about that.
Any idea why it stopped there then, Craig?
To be honest, I don't know. I don't know if it's just triggered over that sensor point and then the reverse and then that pause button won't work, that it just won't cross over. You will see, if I take that out, it's fine. Nothing wrong with it. Just, you know, maybe it's just over that sensor point. But if it pause and the reverse doesn't work, keep your finger on that pause button and it will then just feed it out again.
Amazing. Top tip there, Craig.
I can't believe that. After just talking about
Was
that
it the
earlier
earlier show?
on.
Yeah,
after talking about that. So all that I'm going to do now is, carefully he says, peel that off, and then I'm going to come along into that top bit, take that out, and this is what I meant by I'll have a little slither, but that's fine. What I'm going to do is I'm going to chop that off with my guillotine just to neaten it up. So taking this bit off as well. So I'm going to take the die out and I'm carefully going to peel back. And I'm not too concerned at that bit actually, Joe, because we will be covering it up. So peeling that one off, move them to the sides. So what I'm going to do, to neaten that edge up, I'm going to cut it. Now, if you wanted to avoid this point, what you would just do is have this edge of the die just over the edge of the cardstock there. I like to do it, for me it's just a comfort to do that so that I know that I've got it completely lined up. So all that I'm doing is just a slither to neaten that one off. And then all that I need to do when it comes to getting these layers accurate, and this is one of those where in the past, what we've said is get a piece of cardstock, get the die, get your pencil, draw around it, cut it out, all of that. Whereas now, what we're going to do is I've taken two pieces of pattern paper and they are just a little bit smaller than that original layer. And same with this one here, just a little bit smaller than that original layer. So then what we can do is then we can then come in. So if I bring these ones in so that you can see, so there is your two outside that I've used. If we bring in our two inner ones, so let's just take that one off. I'm not sure if you can see. I'll just reuse that one. Oh, it's dropped on the floor and pinged away.
Oh no, do you want me to come and get it for you?
If you can find it. Now, this inner layer, I'm not sure if you can quite see how it is slightly longer than your outer layer here. It's slightly longer. Can you see that there? So then, if we come back this way, stop it. What you can then do is bring this one in. So I'm just going to lay that onto there so you can see. Bring this, oh no, I've done this wrong.
I don't know where it's gone, Craig.
I know, it's pinged away, which is a good thing actually, because I've done this wrong. I've done it the wrong way around. Should have been the smaller die first, and then, so I've kind of got a cheat that I can help.
It's not under your trolley, is it? It's a very fancy trolley you've
got.
No,
it pinged on the floor and then went forward.
It's not under your mat, is it?
No, it went forward.
Yeah, I can't see it.
Oh well. So, let's just rewind a bit. Let's just rewind. Let's bring in these dies once again. So, Zen, right.
That's gone forever. That will never be found.
It's gone forever. It's gone forever.
It's not under the counter, no.
So there is your smallest one that we can see here. So it's that smallest one, Joe, that you're meant to do onto your card. And then the largest one that we can see here, this largest one, this is then what you're going to do onto your cardstock, because that will then create that matten layer, that half matten layer for you to go all the way around. So let's do that. So let's secure these ones with our low-tack tape. So we're going to pop that one in. I'm going to do that on the inside this time because we don't need that inner bit. So if I take this one off, I'm going to run this one through with my plates And then what we can do is we can do the second one.
Amazing. It's good to know that, that you're not a crafty robot, Craig.
No.
Some people think, we just pop your batteries out and put you in the sample C, put you in the
just bring me out every now and again.
No, he's a human as well. Check in the bin, says Mahogaleone. Great point, we didn't check the bin.
Good point, yeah. No, it definitely went on the floor and pinged forward. So when we go back to Joe, we'll all check that one. Now, if I peel that one off, now, because we have done that largest one, we're going to then go in and see how that perfectly matte and layers into position. Absolutely perfect. So let's bring in that other one, which is the opposite side there. We're going to do exactly the same. And because this layer is slightly smaller than the original one, I'm doing exactly the same. I'm going to go right to the top. And then what we can do, there's a way to do that again there. There we go, let's bring in this largest one, right to the top. I'm having a day of it, Joe. I'm having an absolute day of it.
What else has happened?
Nothing, it's not that anything specific's happened, it's, when things just don't go to plan. They don't go to plan.
Yeah.
But there we go, we're getting there. There we go. If I'm really honest with you, I've done all this on purpose, just to
show you what happens when it goes wrong.
Exactly.
Of course.
I planned this well.
Selfless is what you are.
And what?
Selfless is what you are.
That's it. I'm the man that keeps on giving. So what we can then do is see how that then, don't go there, don't go there, that just goes into position that you can see. So let's go in. And then I'm going to add my tape into position. We're going to then pop them into place, creating our mat and layer.
Lots of people still saying hi and tuning in. Shadia, it says hi from Craig and Joe.
Where's that?
Sorry?
Where's that? Hi.
Shadia, hi from Craig and Joe. She didn't say where she was, but I know where she is. She's in Canada. Anne is in a very chilly and wet Connecticut.
Oh.
Catherine is in the Isle of Wight.
Who was that, sorry, from Connecticut?
Anne.
Anne, are you anywhere near Stamford, Connecticut?
Let's find out.
Curious, because that's where WWE headquarters are.
I think she is quite close. I think we might have asked her previously.
Well, maybe we did, yeah.
Yeah, we'll find out. I'm pretty sure she's quite close. Catherine is in the Isle of Wight. Evelyn is in beautiful Colorado. Jane's saying hi. Barbara's in Indiana. Wendy's in Oregon, and Mary Beth is in Minnesota.
Okay.
What a lovely, lovely collection of places we have there.
I really do. I love hearing where everyone's from when they're watching. Nice to hear. I just love how we're global.
So international, aren't we?
We are. We really are.
Susan says, great tip, Craig. In the past, I've panicked and eased the plates out with my fingers. So this is a much better way.
Do you know what? I think I might actually do a video on that.
I think you should.
Social.
I think you should.
I think I will,
I didn't realise.
Yeah, yeah, and I've seen that and I've heard that people said they've tried to price it out. They've contacted customer service, which do that if you're ever unsure. Do contact customer service, but yeah, please don't panic. If it does stop, all you need to do is keep your finger on the pause play button. What I'm doing now, Joe, is inside you've also got some nesting dies that matches the shape of your Laird dies. So for this one, white multi-purpose, I've already cut this one out and I've gone round with a little bit of Midnight Water Reactive. And then in this smaller one, what I've then done is I've gone in onto another piece of the pattern paper, which these were from. We can then layer these up. So if I add these ones into here, what these are really good for as well, when it comes to this aperture part, it's really good to lift these up on some foam pads or glue gel, because it just makes it stand out ahead of these aperture layer. That's optional, you don't have to, of course, but if you are maybe hand delivering it, or maybe putting this into a parcel, you're not having to fork the cost of postage, then it is worthwhile doing. So all I'm going to do is go in, I'm going to pop them ones into there. I've got one of our Gemini Mini Sentiment dies. Let's bring in our dotty tape runner. So we're going to go in over the back here. This one can go into there with love. So if I pop that one on, all that I need to do is take a couple of gems to finish off. So these ones I've got within here. Take a hold of it. Actually, what I'll do, Joe, is I'm going to go straight to this butterfly. I'm going to bring this one in. I'm going to tip that to the side with its wings. Add it in. Pop that one there. And then I'm just going to finish off with a bow. And strangely, what I have done, which is something I don't do a lot, is I have gone in and cut little V's in when it comes to the actual bow. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to then pop that one on, and then we're just going to pop that into place, and then I'm just going to bring these little gems in, and then I'm going to pop one there. I'm then going to go into one there, and then I'm going to add that one here, and then what we can do to finish off, I'm going to pop a little bit there. What I'm then doing is taking this last one. So if I bring that one, that can go into position like so. I'm going to add that on like that. What I'm then going to do is bring that one in. We got there in the end. If you want to see a more seamless way of using them, they did just launch last week with, well, it was with Corin, so you could always go back and see what she'd done within that one there. Something was said in my ear that I didn't catch what it was, and I'm just going to choose, was it?
Very, very rude, yeah. I wouldn't have said such a thing. Let me run you back through the 4 designs then that you've got in here. So you've got the vintage ticket firstly, which is this one just here. Really cool, very vintage, as the name would suggest. You will then get the scallop circle. So you've got, again, the dies that allow you to create the outer element and then the inner parts as well. This one here is the ellipse frame that you can see. And you'll also get the stylish mosaic in there too. Have you found it, Craig?
Found it.
Found it. He's found it. Don't worry. Call for search party. There you have all of them. $51.96 or $59.80 is your price there on that. $41.57 or $47.84 if you are a platinum member. Mary says, don't worry, Craig. So many things in life don't go to plan. It's a happy accident because seeing you work it out and explain really helped me. Yeah. Mahogany says, the crafty Scotty is due a bad day. We still love your demos and inspiration. Each day when his day is done, he might do a Facebook Live. That song was in my head for weeks when I first heard it. There you go.
Yeah, it's one of those.
I've never heard it for ages. I need to get it back on when you start playing it again.
It's one of these songs, Joe, that's going to go to me to my grave.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Might do a Facebook Live.
It's going to be on my gravestone. Craig Laird lies here, may do a Facebook Live.
Probably still live. It will say Craig Laird from Till, probably still live on Facebook. Right, let's move on and have a little look at this. It's the die and stamp storage folder. You are going to receive this with 2 packs, no less than the of the magnetic panels. So you get 6 panels in total in here, and the panels, of course, are a brilliant way to store your dies on here, as you can see. So really, really easy. It's on a 3-ring binder as well. You can store them by collection or also maybe by occasion if you wanted them to. As long as you look after your dies, they're going to last you ages, and this really is a brilliant way to keep them all together. You can get up to 12 of the panels in here, so you could either get another 6 panels, or what you could do is buy some of the acrylic panels that we sell for your stamps, or anything else really that's on a 3-ring binder will also go into there as well. So lots of different ways of using that. For me, it's the quality of these, which I know you guys love. They're padded, they're beautifully piped, double stitched. They're really, really great quality. And today you're getting 2 sets of those panels for free, and they're worth £14 or $23. So definitely grab a hold of that. The other one we've got for you is this. The Explorer kit. Now this is excellent because what you're going to get is you're going to get the OG original ever Crafter's Companion product in here. It is this, the enveloper, and the enveloper allows you to make an envelope for thousands of different style, size and style cards. So you're going to get that included in here, which is brilliant. You're also going to get the Score Master in there, which is of course in centimetres and inches. So brilliant for doing all of your different card concepts. Wonderful for doing things like boxes as well. Then what we're also including in here, and I believe you're getting the Centura for free in this collection, is the Centura Pearl Trends, which is brilliant. So that's going to come in there for you. Really lovely selection of colours there. You will get 40 sheets there, and you're also going to get the bone folders for free. So they are coming in there. You get both. You get the straight bone and the curved bone as well. $25.98 or $25.90. That's what they're called, Craig. It says it on the back. Look, straight bone and curved bone. Right, Winter Sparkle is where we are going next. This is going to be Craig's next demo. Now, you do get the 8x8 pad here. Well, I'll say that. You get a download, a free... I'm dropping everything now. You get a free download of the 8x8 pad. So you're going to be able to have access to all of those different pattern papers, which are so beautiful in this collection. You're also going to get the luxury linen cardstock as well within there, and a lovely array of colours. It's going to work so beautifully with that downloadable pad. I love how many sort of embellishments you're getting in here as well, because you're going to get the iridescent glitter. That's coming included. I feel like you need to see what that looks like. Let me just grab that out of there. It's beautiful. There we are. So beautiful iridescent glitter. It's kind of like, looks like snow, doesn't it? You're going to get that. You're also going to get the gilding flakes. You're getting the sequins, those lovely chunky sequins, and you're also going to receive in there the sentiments too. $35.49 or $46.99 is your price. You're looking at a saving around £15 or $19, which is awesome sauce. This was one of those sort of came and went really, Craig, didn't it? It's nice that we've been able to bring back a fairly decent sized collection of this. Exactly, yeah, it really, really is. As you were saying as well, just having that nice little collection there with the papers as well, download, works at an absolute treat. You can do them at your own heart's right, let's show you a few finished samples first, because I've got quite a few things going on within this demonstration here. But this is to show you what you can be doing. Now, some of the items, of course, was from the original one, but this is to show you, certainly this one, the background papers that you can then start to print out. Once again, we can go in here with the papers. These could be your Edge'ables from your Ellipse Edge'ables if you want, or any other Christmas ones that you've got. Got some mats and layers with the cardstock. Going in with the spritzing, we're away to do a little bit of spritzing, but with the papers at the back as well. This one here, this is kind of seeing what you can do, but with the cardstock. Another one here, so this one more focusing once again at the backgrounds. You can do the domes at the top and the bottom with your ellipse dies if you want to incorporate them, because some of them will work really well with the Christmas collections. Again, papers we're looking at, I am positive that if you've been at least crafting for at least since last Christmas anyway, you're going to have snowflake dies that you can incorporate in your collection once again, or in your cards and projects. Once again, the papers as well with some of the inks, and some of these you'll have seen with the sentiments that you get included as well. So let me pop these ones underneath here. I'm going to set these ones to the side, and then what I'm going to do to start with, try to see what's the messiest. There's two messy bits here, so let's just go for either or. Bit of the linen card that's inside, 5 3/4 by 2 inches. And I'm going to go in with our shimmer sprays here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to test this just into the bin to make sure it's got a nice flow, which it does, so that's fine. So all that I'm now going to do, usually I've got a cardboard box at home that I always use to do. Where's the spray booth gone? I don't know. She hasn't been spotted for years. I know, I've not seen her for a wee while. She was found apparently. Was she alive and well? Yeah. I don't know. She's maybe in the cupboard at the side of me here. Maybe she's been chopped inside. When I'm at home, Joe, what I would then do, I would do this onto my glass mat or my craft mat, because I can use any of that excess spray up. You can see I've got a little splodge going on there. I'm not really concerned because it's adding to that sprayed effect. So what I'm then going to do is I'm going to set that one to the side for now. Then what I have also done with one of my matte and layer dies, so we've gone in with a stitched fancy square frame and created my outline. And what I've done with this one is multi-purpose cardstock with our double-sided adhesive sheets. Ah, perfect.
So what I can then do is peel that one off and get a hold of the corner here, peeling it like this one, and get a hold. Let's go in, let's just take my pokey tool here, get it off, there we go. Bringing these ones off here, so that's now a sticky frame. So then what I'm going to do, I'm just going to bring in another bit of cardstock so it doesn't blow everywhere. I'm going to go in now with our flakes. I'm going to take a little pot out with a little sponge. What I'm then going to do is take some of this off. Once again, if you've seen me do any shows with our gilding flakes, you know that I keep these in a bigger container because it's a lot easier for it to pop back into. If you empty all of this out of there, it's going to be so hard to get them all back in.
She's in the cupboard behind you, apparently. Yeah, one of the Debbies brought her out a couple of weeks ago. She's still alive and well.
Oh, she is still there, is she? She's still there. Well, I don't quite have a fancy... What's her name again?
Brenda.
Brenda.
I think Brenda, was it Brenda 2.0 or Brenda 1.0, Susie? Do let us know.
Leah
she was just a box, wasn't she? And then she went away and had some work done and came back and was looking very fancy.
Yeah, she was.
Most people at home probably have no idea what this
probably
we're talking about
not,
because it's been a year or two since we've seen Brenda.
Well, yeah, well, the last time I seen her was in the shed. Had her out in the shed with me.
Coming out of the shed? What were you doing? You were in the shed with Brenda? What were you doing in the shed with Brenda?
Don't, because this is going to blow everywhere.
What's going to go everywhere? This rumour or the gilded flakes?
The gilded flakes.
Oh, sorry.
Is going to blow everywhere. So let's take all that excess off here. What I'm then going to do, let's see if... I'm going to pop that in. So what I'm going to do is get some of this excess in here. If it was Jake, I would just blow this on the ground, but it's Tracy that's in, so I'm just trying to be careful.
Yeah, because she'll have you.
She will, oh gosh, yeah, she will. What I'm then going to do, pop that to the side. So now what I've got here, can I just say, both George and Tracy, they've had a good battering today.
Battering?
Yeah. And they've had some cheek. They do give as good as they get.
Oh, they really do.
But we do love them. I'm scared of Tracy, not Jake. Jake? What? It's Jake.
Not you.
George.
George.
Yeah.
I'm scared of Tracy.
I am. There we go. So, I have no idea what I was saying there. What I've then got is my lovely silver foiled frame that we've got here. So we can set that to the side now. Let's start to make sense of this and start to put it together. A little bit of our Centura Pearl. This was actually A3 in size. What I've done, Joe, is I did cut this down to 14 by 7 inches. I've scored it 3.5 and then 7.5 inches to create my easel here. And then I've got another piece that is 7 by 7. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with my tape and I'm going to add my tape only onto this bottom half that we can see here. And then I'm going to pop that into place that we can see. Now I've already gone in. Now I want you to look at this because I have inked the edges with blue. I'm going to go there from up above, so it'll probably be better to see from up above. Apart from that blue inked edge and that sentiment, I've printed that. I printed that one out.
That's amazing.
And it's
the image quality is amazing.
It's not a expensive printer, but I've printed that one out that you can see there. So
and then do you have it to print again once you have it as a download?
So what I done when I got mine is I saved them to my laptop.
Print the ones you want.
So I've saved it. And then it just means then it can be printed time and time again. I believe it does stay on your account, but just in case, God forbid, something happened, your laptop computer crashed, you lost your account, something like that, at least then if it's on your computer, it's yours to use whenever you want. So layered that one on there, already stamped my sentiment. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in this frame, again printed, but I did ink it ever so slightly with a little bit of the blue and create my aperture. This is actually where you can see the same set that I got from this frame. This one, let's go in with our tape. The actual deep cardstock that I'm using is the linen card from the set as well. So let's go in with our acetate. So I'm going to pop that. Don't think I took the backing off. No, I never. Take the backing off, and then I'm going to pop that on into here. Now, there's a couple of ways to do your shakers. You can sandwich another piece of acetate over the top. I don't. I just like to go direct. And what I mean by that is I'm going to go in and I'm going to work all my way around. So making sure that we've got the join right up together. Making sure that join's there so that nothing's going to fall out. So if I pop that one there, and then what I'm doing as well, Joe, to stabilise it, I'm going to give it another layer on the outside.
Perfect.
So that just means you've got some stability, and we're working our way around.
Jennifer Joseph says, I ordered the cracker board that Craig used on his craft along for the demo of the month last month. I got it in the mail today and I can't wait to use it.
Ah, brilliant. Do you know something? I seen someone yesterday, and forgive me, I can't remember your name, Lady Today posted in one of our groups that made Halloween crackers from the inspiration that I gave. Love seeing that. I've noticed them. I've purposely not commented so that I can remember to go back because I've not opened the actual page, if you see what I mean.
Yes, I know what you mean.
It reminds me to go back and look so that I can comment. So then what I'm going to do is I've got some silver sequins that can go into there, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit of that iridescent glitter in as well. So we're going to make it a really, really good shaker. And then what we can do is we can take all of these off. So just need to make sure that the inner part is connected at each corner. Not essential about the outer layer, that is for stability and structure. So we can then take that one off. Last but by no means least, that one can then go into here. So we're going to press that in, hold it, and we've got our shaker, like so. Now that's lovely, but that is even better. So then what we can do is using our dotty tape runner or our tacky glue, I'm going to go in, I'm going to work my way around. That one can go into position here. Hold that one in. And then what I can do to finish off, let's open that one up. This is another layer printed, going around the edges with our blue. I'm going to go around with my tape. I'm going to bring this one into here. And what I've also done, so this is the one I sprayed earlier. It's still a little bit wet. So I'm going to bring in the one that I've done earlier on and went to town on it.
Oh, I love that.
And you can see how you've got a completely different look. So the closer you spray, the more full and impactful that it's going to be. The further away, the more of that light spray that you're going to get. And what I'm going to do is this can go onto a piece like so, just so that you know that was 5 3/4 by 2 inches. This panel is 1/4 inch bigger. Let's just use this one and then we can finish it off.
Amazing. Lots of people talking about the downloads. Lillian says I saved the download pad in 2 different places just in case.
Good idea.
That's very savvy. Jeff says they saved theirs onto a memory stick. It's great to have for saved items, absolutely. Any questions you've got? Susie's trying to sing Foam on a Roll in the comments, but it's not getting any leverage, I'm afraid, Susie.
No.
I've cancelled Foam on a Roll.
So
that's the great thing about cancel culture, we can just cancel stuff.
That's true.
So I've cancelled Foam on a Roll, sorry.
No, I'm with you. I'm with you there.
Debbie Fisher's still trying to bang that drum.
She is.
She really is, quite loudly a lot of the time. But in a slightly annoying way, actually. But yeah, I'm only joking.
We're together all day Sunday.
Who is?
Me and Debbie Fisher.
You and the fish, are you?
Yeah, with Jamie as well.
Right.
And you better not be Jamie. You better not be. Because what's lovely is Debbie's going to be on your side.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be on this side, so it's going to be lovely. Because if we have worked together, I'm always on that side.
Yes.
Debbie's demonstrating, so it's a nice little change. So yeah, she probably will be singing that at least once in each.
In each show,
Each
you would
show.
imagine, wouldn't you? You would imagine. Susie says, I know you've cancelled it, but I still sing it. Just a little serenade for my lovely presenter. Thank you, Susie, but no thank you. That's gorgeous, Craig. Really beautiful.
Go.
The frame makes such a difference, doesn't it?
It really does.
Because it could have just been a regular shaker.
It could be. Yeah, it could have been. That could have been some of your mirror card. What about some of the card that Keith is going to be bringing us just shortly? What about any of that? You can absolutely do that if you so wish.
Amazing, absolutely awesome. Let me just quickly share again then with you what you're going to get in there. So you will get the glitter and the gilding flakes, which comes with the sponge and also the adhesive that you need. Those really lovely big sequins there coming in there, along with the sentiments. And you will also get the luxury cardstock, which is a linen effect cardstock that you've actually got just here. So really, really lovely selection of different colour tones in there for you. 24 sheets coming in that one just there. So snap that up. £35.49, saving you £15 in the UK, or £46.99 if you are across the pond, saving you £19.65. Susan says, I'm so glad that Foam on a Roll is cancelled. It saves me muting the feed every time they start singing it. There you go. Absolutely brutal, that one, Susan. We're going to move on. We're going to have a little look at some colour blend, aqua blend pencils now that are on the show. There's some different ones here for you. So this one is the Essentials that I've got just here. You get 24 pencils in that one. Really lovely selection of colours. You can see the colours across the top just here. Let me turn them around so you can get a better look. These are all the ones that you're getting in there. Then I've also got the Botanical Collection, which is this one here. That's got things like cherry and coral in there, hyacinth, crocus. Really lovely selection of different colours. Then there's also the portraits. You're going to get 15% off of each of these, as you can see just there. Brilliant if it really is portraits that you love, all those different colours that you will need for all different skin tones as well, I would say, in there. And this one here being your landscape collection. And again, priced all at £21 or $25. A really excellent set of watercolour pencils. So I think watercolour as well, if you're thinking about starting your colouring journey, watercolour, a really forgiving way of starting that journey, which is awesome. And they are a real artist grade, artist quality pencil that you've got in here. Right, we're going to move on and have a look at our aqua pens, which are these ones here, our water-based markers. So this one I'm looking at here is the floral, and then there you've got begonia, rose pink, blossom, marigold, jasmine, sunflower, meadow, bud green. You've also got the leaf green, orchid, heather, and wildflower. Then you've got the essentials, which are these ones here. And that one is peach, spice, terracotta, tan, chocolate, sepia, lime, olive, moss, slate, charcoal, and the black. That one there is your nature, and in there you have got sunset, ombre, amber, sorry, not ombre, chestnut, fawn, desert, I always want to say desert, topaz, evergreen, sea green, kingfisher, peacock blue, marine, and boulder. I just see desert, I don't ever see desert. Maybe that's my downfall, Craig. And then this is your primaries here, and in the primaries you're going to get scarlet, crimson, burgundy, orange, gold, yellow, aquamarine, teal, navy, purple, magenta, and the red violet there too. Any of those sets, $19.50 or $28 is your price there on those. Right, we are going to take a little break, and then we are going to come back with all things Keith. We'll see you in an hour, Craig.
You will indeed, yeah.
Amazing. I'll see you then.
See you then.
See you in a moment. Take care.
Hello, I'm Ben, and I'm one of the presenters on Crafters TV. So my presenting journey started when I was about 18. I started working at a holiday park here in the UK. Our US viewers might not know it, but there's like a holiday park called Butlins. So what's involved with being a presenter? Well, my day-to-day kind of is ensuring I know everything that's on the show. Ensuring that the guys that I'm working with obviously are happy with everything that's on the show. And I kind of feel like what I do, I'm sort of like the glue in the show, if you like. There's a bit of a crafty reference for you. So kind of listening to the guys in the gallery, the producer, the director, I'm sort of always listening to what they want me to do whilst the crafters are crafting. So I feel like I'm there as the glue, keeping sort of everything, as it should be. But I also think my job is to have a lot of fun, which I think I do on most days. Get the viewers interacting, because we always love to hear from our viewers, and I think that's one thing that we do here that you don't get anywhere else, is that interaction, having people like commenting, asking a question, and then straight away we're able to react, we're able to answer that question, we're able to read out that comment, we're able to join them in singing a rendition of Foam on a Roll. Yes. I help to run the show, I help to inspire, to educate, to entertain, and just sort of generally be a good all-round bloke. So who inspires me? My dad is a big inspiration for me. He's one of my best friends, and I probably speak to him twice a week, but he's always sort of instilled a sort of a good work ethic in me. His big catchphrase is work hard and play hard, and that's something that I live by, is to put all your effort in when you're at work, and make sure you're doing a good job, but then when you're outside of work, make sure you have time to kind of have fun, spend with your friends, spend with your family. So I always remember that. Apart from Crafters TV, what else am I passionate about? Well, obviously I'm passionate about my family. I love to spend time with my family, with my wife, my 2 children, and my 3 pets now, because we've just got another dog recently, a puppy, which is killing me. I've got no sleep. Also passionate about sport. I think a lot of our viewers know I'm a big rugby fan. Running I like to do, but again, the old knees are beginning to hurt just a bit. I'm getting old. Oh, so many amazing experiences connecting with our viewers. Always get sent cards, which is lovely on sort of special occasions, and birthday cards every year. I always get cards sent through, which is so nice to come in and have some cards, and you can send presents as well if you like. I've never had a present yet, so if anyone wants to send presents, you can. Do you know what? I haven't had many presenter fails, particularly here. Actually, here, presenter fails, knocking over pack shots. I'm very bad at doing that. If you stack a pack shot too high, chances are I'm going to get exuberant with my arms and knock it over. My biggest moment of pride or biggest achievement, I've got a few. These are big for me. You'll probably laugh. I ran the London Marathon. I was a Guinness World Record holder. I've got the certificate for that up on the wall alongside my marathon photo and alongside my Foam on a Roll caricature. My Guinness World Record was for naming the most amount of Beatles songs from their opening lyrics in 1 minute. I've had things named after me over the years. I had an alpaca named after me. If you are ever in Aylesbury, do make sure that you go and drive around the roundabout, which is near the Waterside Theatre there, because you'll find that that particular roundabout is named after me. Oh yes, I have a roundabout named after me, big time.
Imagine, yeah, because people, on the East Coast, it's only 11 AM. You'd still be in bed by now.
Good morning, good
West Coast, sorry,
morning.
not the East Coast.
You don't know which coast you're on, do you?
I don't know what coast I am on today, no.
I think we have a lot to thank America for, because do you know what? In most cases, they send us their weather.
Do they? Yeah, but that's good and bad, Keith. Good and bad. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad.
Well, at the moment, they might be sending us some water, which is quite good, because we ain't got a lot.
No, we haven't got much at all, really.
As you will know, because if you go like me over the mountains, you'll see all the reservoirs are empty.
They are completely empty.
So anyway, I've been out doing my rain dance.
Yeah.
as you do.
Michael Schaffenacker over here.
they don't know who Michael
No, that doesn't
Schaffenacker
matter.
is.
It sounded funny. That's the main
Well,
thing.
it is. It's a good name, isn't it? Really?
We've had a really busy day today.
My name's Keith Smith, not Michael Schaffenacker. So just
Be
to let you
careful
know,
how you say
I
that.
need to be careful with Schaffenacker.
Yeah, and especially after the last show, we got ourselves in enough trouble last time around. We've had a really busy day. We're going to look at this first, A Fairy Tale in Winter. This has been so popular. The value here, Keith, really is off the chart. But beautiful, beautiful images. Yes, for Christmas, but just generally for all winter, these are going to be perfect, aren't
Yeah, I think this is a collection for all seasons really, Joe, but winter particularly, or maybe a little bit into autumn. I'm just making sure they're running in the right order, Joe, really. Some are going in some directions and some are like others going in one direction. But yeah, this is a lovely, lovely collection. Let's show the viewers exactly what we're talking about. It's very blue. Where's your blue shirt? You didn't wear your blue shirt like the memo said.
I only have a very selected wardrobe here with me
Do
on
you really?
hand. Yeah,
Oh,
the rest
okay.
of it's back at home, I'm afraid.
Well, as you can see from here, this is a beautiful collection. It's all done in the blue, which is a very a colour that either works for you or doesn't. But I think blue works fantastic with silvers, fantastic with holograms,
It really
fantastic with gems and bling, and those coloured ribbons as well. And of course, you can add secondary colours. So you want to do a splash of pink or a splash of purple. Blue and purple go together. Blue and pink go together. You can add all of those, Joe. Now, what we're talking about? These are our lovely ladies. These are our fairy tale ladies in their winter frocks and things, which my daughter actually went to on Saturday night in a frock to a lovely dinner dance. Not looking like that, but not far away. But you can see we've got different hair colours, we've got different hairstyles. So this could be anybody. This could be your friend, could be one of your family, could be somebody you know, could be a neighbour, or could just be somebody who you
someone
like.
you don't like.
But the thing is, Joe, there's no faces.
Yes.
And that's really quite important for us because I think that faces defines who we are. But on here, that could be your mother, your sister, your auntie, your grandma, could be whoever you want being. Maybe in a few years ago, we all get older, but that might well be maybe they went to a ball, like Cinderella.
Yeah.
She went to a ball. Didn't she?
She did, and she lost her slipper.
And then she lost her slippers, and the rest, as they say, is history.
Who goes out in slippers? That's what I want to know.
Cinderella. Although you were saying today, who was going around in what? Afghan.
Kaftan,
him, yes.
Kaftans.
Yeah, you were going about who was going around in them. I said, I've never
wasn't
heard.
a kaftan, it was a kimono.
Kimono.
Ken Barlow with his kimono.
That's
I've
the-
got a kimono at home.
I've not got
dressing
any
gown
of that
one.
really. No, I've got a commando, but I don't have a kimono. But but we won't go there.
No,
That's
we
enough of that one for sure. I mean, they probably don't know what I'm talking about, Joe.
Let's hope not.
Let's hope so.
Hope not
Except
for everyone's sake.
Yeah, because look, within here, now you are getting 48 sheets, so you're getting 12 different designs, and you get 4 of each. So let's go a little bit further back, shall we? Oh, that one's upside down. There you go. She's falling out the dress. Look, you can see now you've got the different styles in there. So look, we're now to some other little styles, and then we've got some, Joe, that are oops the wrong way. Some that are landscape as well. So you've got portrait finishes, and oh, come on, who's been messing, really, right fair? Sack the person who's not prepared the show properly. And I like that one, that's me. I like that one, Joe, because that's horses, that's equestrian, that's for, and our friends in America will know somebody who has a ranch, or been on a ranch, or been on a ranching holiday, but that's a couple, isn't it? That's a pair. What do they call 2 horses? Is it a gathering?
A pair?
A pair. It could be a pair of horses. Well, there you go. But I think that that's good for best friends.
Yeah.
A husband, a wife, a couple. That could be for anything. So, when you're putting down thinking of you, it might well be near. Could be anything. That one is not the way, the ice cave of them falling upside down. Oh, look, I'm going to have to turn them all upside down. I'm going to go that way, and let's hope for the best. But you can see, Joe, that they are beautiful. And again, you do get 4 of them. And again, look at this with a castle in there, and look how beautiful that has been foiled with hot foil. Can you see the foil application
I love
on there?
the background as well. On that.
Yeah, it's
stunning.
lovely, isn't it? So again, what you can do with this is you can obviously, cut off the end, or you could use your die cut the whole thing out, and that's what this collection is about. It's about taking it on a creative crafting journey with them as well. Again, that one's a nice one as well, really, where you've got a lot to work with within that one. Again, the young lady on the pony there, which is brilliant, particularly for those, and again there, look, now that's all about, for me, is do you want to build a snowman? Do you know?
Yeah,
it is. It's very all about, do you want to build a snowman?
Absolutely.
So it can be whatever you want it to be. You can take this on a lovely creative journey. Now,
And this is just a fraction of those.
this is only one.
Isn't it?
This
So,
is only a third. Yeah, only a third. We're back to our third. Here we go.
of what you are getting.
A third,
So
but-
that collection's called the.
This is the topper set.
The topper set
the
that you're
winter
getting
one, the Fairy Tale in Winter topper stash, which is that one there. There are 170 GSM, which I think is around about. £83 or something
Okay,
like that. It's a nice weight to be able to mat and layer without being too heavy to
perfect
post.
for that,
Okay,
isn't it?
but
So
to go with that,
that's a
Joe,
third of it.
you've got to have then the opposites attract. So on here, we've got a sister range of another 48 sheets, but these have been beautifully hot foiled with individual sentiments on them. So again, perfect to add into. But again, lots of crafting in here, a lot of element in here to be able to play around with. It is a stunning, stunning collection with all, again, 12 different designs, 12 different sentiments just for you. You've got Happy Birthday in here, you've got With All My Love, you've got all the things in there, with love. Is that what the X means in universal language?
It's like you're eating a sausage roll.
Funny you should mention that, really, because I went to a local baker's the other day wanting to have a bacon butty.
Yeah.
That's a bacon sandwich. And they didn't have any. They stopped serving it at 11 o'clock, and it was like 12
Was it
o'clock
the one
midday.
round the corner?
Not too far away.
big-
Yeah,
big,
yeah,
well-known one?
So I ended up having a sausage roll.
Did you?
So it wasn't.
How was it?
It was. It was.
Did you have a meaty one? Or
Yeah, meaty one. Yeah,
meat-free one?
meaty one. No. It's definitely a meaty one. Meaty. Look, there you go. Wishing you a happy Christmas on there as well. So again, it covers birthdays. It covers Christmas, the festivities. You've got birthday in there. You've got Christmas in there. You've got everything in here to be able to play around with. Again, those lovely equestrian lovers there. The point. Who would not like to have a little princess given a card like that, really, with a castle and the pony and all those. And again, look at the holographic foiled words on the top up here. Really beautiful, beautiful words that will work with it. And again, another 48 sheets in there, 12 different designs, Joseph, and 4 of each for sure. All right?
Absolutely awesome. So that is
two-thirds. We're two-thirds now.
collection.
Now
But
let's
still
go then.
more to come. The value is awesome when you think about what you're getting sheet-wise here. So 48 sheets in that collection, 48 in your sentiments as well.
And 48 in this one as well, Joe. Again, we could do this portrait or landscape, but I'm going to do this one landscape. Let's go there for you. You'll see they're a little bit abstract, these. They're a bit different. They're a bit oily kind of abstract-y. What's the word I'm looking for?
Or abstract?
Abstract could be a quite a good word, really. I was looking for another word that doesn't exist, but they're all in there for you as well. This is the sort of thing that, you know, you couldn't necessarily create without getting messy if you were doing this at home. So we've created the messy bit for you, but they are beautiful to work with. And again, you can emboss with these, you can die cut with these, you can really bring, and again, there are another 12 different designs. So let's get towards the back where we'll pick up the second set of 6 to make up the 12 different designs. I nearly got my teeth the wrong way around there for a moment. There we go. Really is a case of where, you know, we'll get there eventually. Oh, no, we're into the new ones now. Look, there you go. Nice. So you got the lovely snowflake scenes on there as well. Again, more icicles and snowflakes included on there for us. And then we've got things like that. I mean, that's quite cool. And I would say, is there anything that you can see in there? What would you say you could see in there, whichever way around it is? I think that way I can see
like a church, inside a church.
Do you see inside a church?
Dark church.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, these two people here for sure.
Oh, really? Oh, well, there you go. Everybody sees something different, but I do definitely see a bit of a woodland scene there. What's that?
A bargain.
Oh, I like it. Now, you see, that one's quite a good one, isn't it, really? Because that's quite abstract. But if I turn it that way around, that could well be the woodland trees, couldn't it, really? Or if I go that way around, it could even definitely be more like woodland trees. So, again, it's your interpretation of how you see these things. But, Joe, another 48 sheets. Now, if you think about that, there's 144 sheets in total. I can make a minimum of 96 cards if I use them individually. That's 96 cards and things. But with this, it's a fantastic deal, and whilst you're telling them about the deal, Joe, I'm going to set up some of the cards.
Yes, they are. It is a big deal. As you can see, $31.99 if you're a platinum member in the UK, $45.99 if you're a platinum member in the US. So grab them, but they do make beautiful cards. And there's a lot of other stuff in the show which we're going to share with you as well as we go through that is perfect for complementing these beautifully too. So make sure you stay around for that.
And I think that you can add a lot to these, Joe, in terms of your glitters, your glazes, your glamour. You can add all of those things to these. You can work with them in a landscape, portrait fashion as well. Here's some that have been done in a landscape fashion. Again, look, make lovely, lovely cards, really do. And of course, we're going to come to a little bit in a moment where we're going to show you some metallic card, not dissimilar from off of there, which adds the extra bit of glamour and sparkle to the range as well. I've got dozens and dozens of cards. That's always a good sign of a collection when our design team make more cards than they have time to show to the viewers.
Absolutely. It's a beautiful collection. Lots of you have gone for it already. Lots of you going for it again now. And remember, this is the last live hour.
Yes, it's the last live hour. They're sending me on my way home, Joseph.
You've got to go home.
I've got to go home.
You finish an hour before we do, but you're always still here when I go.
This is true, Joe. Yeah.
You do take your time packing
I'm
up,
a
don't you?
methodical packer.
You
You should
are.
see me going on holiday.
How long does it take you to get packed?
Days, mate.
Right.
Days, absolutely.
Right, snap that up then. We're going to move on. 39.99 or 57.49. It's been really busy all day on those. It's your last live hour to get your hands on them. I'd hate you to miss out on those. So please do be quick for them. We're going to look next at the metallics. We're calling it a 4-piece. We're not doing ourselves a good service there because you get 40 sheets in here.
Yes, you
so
do.
It's 40 sheets of metallic cardstock. It is 4 different smaller collections bundled together. So that is what you're getting. But it's almost kind of like you're getting 8 different collections because you've got different colourways.
That's right.
Running all the way through
Yeah.
here. This is really what you guys are super famous for, isn't it? This kind of cardstock is where you sort of made your name.
Listen, anybody who's had some Paper Dynamics cards will know the quality of these metallics. Now, this is a metallic ink that we've sat down onto a 300 GSM, 112 pound quality of cardstock. But it's soft, it's silky, it embosses, it die cuts. You can stamp onto it with your stays on die inks on there as well. It is beautiful to work with. All of our design team have created some amazing samples using this for matting and layering. And Joseph, just to remind you, there's one that you ribbled earlier on today.
That.
What did they, the other viewers call it? They called it, I called it ribbled and they called it...
I don't know, I can't remember. Corrugated,
that's the word you used, wasn't it, really? You got,
magic.
but look, you can see what the point that makes, Joe, is really is there's no cracking with the material, so you can
none
score
whatsoever.
it. So you're going to make your boxes, your little jewellery boxes, things like that. You can do all of that with this range. It is beautiful. Now you get 5 sheets in the dark blue, 5 sheets in the dark blue. That's 1/4 of it, Joe. Let's go on to the next bit. This is the metallic card. This starts life off as bright silver, Joe, but look what we've done. We've created it into the light blue and the dark blue. And they are stunning. You can see the 2 colour shades there on your screen. You get 5 sheets of each. There's nothing poor about this at all. Look at the reflection across the screen there in the cardstock. You can see the reflection. It is really high-end metallic card, but it's done in a light blue and a coordinating dark blue. And I think really from a colour perspective, when everything matches, because it's all done with the same colour palette in mind, it's even better still, Joe. So we're going to put those 2 there for us as well.
Over half of these have gone, and there's a lot of you with these sat in your baskets already, and that's half on our checked out orders. So there's a lot of people that are in the ordering process at the moment. On these, you want to guarantee you can get your hands on them. I'd be ordering them sooner rather than later.
Absolutely, and don't forget, it ain't yours until you check it out.
Absolutely.
That's my catchphrase.
Is it?
Check it out. Check it out. Check it out. Well, it's a good catchphrase. You think, who's that behind the mask?
Card.
Check it out.
You can make a mask out of
I
it.
could make a mask out of it, couldn't I? Really? Yeah, you go. Maybe they've got that series in the US or where else in the world? In Australia and all. It's a global phenomenon, isn't it? Behind the mask. Yeah. You'd not know who was behind the mask, would you? Really?
No,
you wouldn't know. Anything. Yeah. We could call me Cardboard Man.
Cardboard Man, yeah. Or Hologram Man.
Hologram Man, yeah. Holographic Keith. That would give it away, though, wouldn't it, really, I suppose, Billy? But look, this is the bubbles. Can you see the bubbles?
Keith, that's what we should call
Cardboard
you.
Keith.
That should be your new name.
That'd be big cred. Do you remember back in the day, they used to put cardboard policemen at the side of the road to slow you down? That was before the invention of speed cameras and all those sort of things. Yeah, it's
like
cardboard
statues
cutouts. Yeah, statues of a bobby with a hat on.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
You did not know that? See, Joe, where have you been? Oh, I forgot you're only young. Not as young as, well, I used to be young once, but anyway. That's another story.
We're never going to get through this collection.
We're going to get through this collection.
The show's going to be over in a minute.
But no, we can't go early. We can't go early. Look, them's the bubbles, and you can see what a beautiful range. This, Joe, is not just any of it. You're going to get all of it.
Amazing.
So you're going to get all of
it.
it. And then finally, let's just do the last bit as well because it's beautiful. This is the Crystallina, the crystal, the Superman of cardstock. Look at this. Again, in the light blue and in the dark blue. Isn't that just stunning? I mean, it's worth getting just for that, really. Again, 5 sheets in the dark blue, 5 sheets in the light blue. How wonderful is that? The sparkle, the glitz. Bearing in mind that you cannot get this. Have I just dropped one there, Joseph? You cannot get this anywhere else other than Crafters TV today. It is absolutely a beautiful, beautiful collection. So look, if you want all 40 sheets.
A lot of people multi-ordering on this now as well in the show. It's a really good way to go because you're saving a quarter on this, which is
25%. I mean, that is fantastic saving in these times when when pennies are hard to come by. This is an amazing saving, but you're going to get all 40 sheets, and that, as you say, is 8 different permutations. So a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful collection indeed, and everything in there matches because all of the colours have been done to coordinate with each other.
Yeah,
well worth having.
Brilliant value, that one. Platinum members picking this up for £18, so it's under $26. So make sure you take advantage of that. A lot of people chatting away. Love the designs and the colours of the collection, says Mary Rhino. The papers are gorgeous, says Crafty Angie, who is going for those as well.
I like Angie, she's got taste.
I mean, I think if you're going for the original collection we show, you're definitely going to want to put the holographics in with that.
Absolutely.
And you're definitely going to need to put this next item in there as well, aren't you?
You are, Joe, because this is what we've called our little Fairy Tale in Winter decoupage stash. Now, they're not die cut for you. They are there to fussy cut, but I don't know about you, but I find fussy cutting is very, very therapeutic, very relaxing. And, of course, you could literally just use your dies with that and die cut it out. But the idea with this is these characters here will work with the toppers that you saw in the earlier part of the show. So you can buy this on its own and use it on its own. You've got 12 different designs. You get 3 of each, making it a 36 sheet bundle. Or you can fussy cut these out, whichever part you want to fussy cut out, and you can actually use these. So for instance, if you wanted to have the blonde lady in that little frame set there, you could put the blonde lady in. If you wanted the brunette lady, you could put the brunette in. So you've got choices, Joe, lots of choices to be able to craft as ever you want to do. And again, you are getting 3 sheets of each, so I'll just try and whiz through some of those. Again, we've got the lovely lady there with the staircase, but equally we've got the staircase on its own that's included in with the set as well. You've got the lovely blonde girl there by the fir tree, which is brilliant, of course, by the castle. The idea is you cut the ladies out and you place them onto the scenes, but just to make it aesthetically pleasing, we've given them a scene as well to work with. But if I just say for that one there and just show you this card here, look how it's actually been, you know,
really nice.
Really popped out. So you can see there, she's absolutely been cut out from the set and been 3D'd up and decoupaged up as well. And also we've got the sentiment on there. And I don't know if you know, Joe, but it's all glittered and glazed as well. Can you see the sparkle on there? Beautiful how that is coming across there, isn't it? Lovely, lovely, lovely to be able to work with that. And again, here's another one where we've done that, and look how depth that now looks from there to there. So we've gone from a flat image to a beautiful 3D decoupaged image accordingly. Isn't that just a stunning, stunning card? Again, beautiful to be able to make around with these for sure. So lovely, lovely designs. And I did mention you get the staircase on its own, so you can choose whether you want which lady or you want to be able to put up on the staircase. So you could have that one, but there again, you might want to have a different one going up on there as well. And just to show you a couple more, Joe, that we've done. Here's another one where we've done in the landscape fashion. Whoops-a-daisy. And again, look how that she's been 3D'd up. Look at the layers on there, you know, to be able to 3D.
And you've got multiples of them, so if you do want to do that,
you do. You get multiples of them for so. It's 170 GSM, so it's easy to fussy cut out. You're not going to hurt your fingers or break your scissors being able to use them with this range.
Amazing. 1079 or 1549 if you want to go for that. I think that'd be a great collection to go for. The main collection that we showed you, the metallic papers and a card, and then also the decoupage elements too. Very busy on that again, as it has been all day throughout the day today here on Crafters TV. Remember, we're with Keith for this hour and all things Paper Dienamics, and then we'll be back with Craig again at 8 PM here in the UK, which is what, 3 PM East Coast, midday. If you're over on the West Coast. Takes a lot of working out at this time of the day.
Yeah, and just coming up to quarter past 7 if you're in the United Kingdom.
It is. No, it is. I thought you were winding me up.
No, it's just coming up to quarter past 7 if you're in the UK. So, you know, let's be inclusive.
Yeah, no, we did the UK, don't worry.
I have no idea what time it is in Scotland, though, I've got to be honest.
Same time as here.
Is it really?
And Cape Town.
Really? Oh, wow, well, there you go. So, but how come Cape Town's so further away, but isn't France?
It's done on that way, isn't it?
Is it really?
It's done on longitude, not latitude. Yeah. So if you go east to west, the times change. You go south to north, they don't change. There you are. Every day's a school day.
You're a mind of information.
I know. George didn't know that either.
Well, there you go. See, knowledge is power. I feel empowered.
That's why there's no time difference when you go to the Canaries.
You've got low battery
I know.
power mode coming up
I
there.
know I have. Thanks for that.
We are going to run out of power.
Not just on the iPad either. I'm in low power mode at the moment.
Zip, I'll give you my electricity, shall I? There we go. This is the gesso card. 50 sheets on. Why do you need this in your life, boys and girls?
Why do you need this in your life?
Well, look, just first of all, can you feel that? We haven't got touch of vision at home. You can't feel it, but there is a little toothage in here.
Yeah, there is.
And this is a cardstock. It's manufactured in Italy. You're getting 50 sheets. And this is, it says A5 on the screen, but it's slightly bigger than A5. It's actually 216, I'm going on memory now, it's around about 216 millimetres by, let me think, I've forgotten.
Why is it slightly bigger than A5? How does it come about to be bigger than A5?
Because
is it not cut from an A4 sheet?
No.
Right.
And that means then, look, if you wanted to mat and layer on there, Joe, straight away you've got a perimeter edge all the way around the outside edge there. When we're using dies, if you wanted to mount that onto an A5 card, there's nothing worse than just having, you know, just of the size. Because if it's already A5, which is what that is, then you've got to go smaller than A5. Right. But because that's bigger than A5, you can actually mat and layer that down. You can use your dies on it to the A5 size of dies. So if you want your A5 card to have a fancy edge, that's why it's slightly bigger.
Okay.
Yeah? Okay.
Fair enough.
So it all makes good sense. But this, I think this cardstock is heavy enough. It's 300 GSM, but you can actually, you could use your acrylics on this. You could use your watercolor pencils on this. You could add a little bit of water. Just don't send it swimming, because obviously it will mush up, but a little bit of water. This is heavy enough to do a little bit of light watercolouring on. And just to show that, this is something that Craig did for us a little bit earlier on, showing you how you can blend and ink on there as well. And look how the stunning results that you get from using, you know, your crafting inking techniques will work amazingly on the range.
I think that was aqua pens.
That's right, yes, it was indeed, yeah.
So ink pad, water reactive ink pad, and a watercolour marker. So.
There you go. So you've seen it for yourself, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. Get it whilst we've got it, because it ain't going to hang around for long.
Get it whilst it's hot. You get 50 sheets there as well for $8.99, which is brilliant value, considering it was a 300 GSM, you said, Keith, wasn't it?
Yes.
So that's excellent value to get 50 A5, bigger than A5 sheets for the price you see there on your screen. A lot of you, again, chose to multi-order on that one. A couple more items to share with you before we all look forward to Keith's long-anticipated demos.
Oh, the demos, the famous demos. Well, look, Joe, before we get to the demos, let's go for these, shall we? Look, they're all falling off the sheet there for you. This is our range of beautiful white metallic butterflies and white metallic flowers, Joe. These are stunning. You get 6 sheets of each. And why do you need this in your life? Well, let me tell you. You get 4 different sizes in the butterflies and 4 different elements in the flowers. And what that does, Joe, is that then 3Ds up, if you want to do so, and turns into that, which I think is beautiful in itself. And you can get 18 different butterflies out of the 6 different sheets that are in there as well, and a similar number with the flowers. Now, the flowers, just to let you know, you get the base one, and then you get this one here. Let me just show you there. You get this one here with the little slit in there. You can see that's already cut for you. The idea of this, of course, is you just pull that around, overlaid over the top of the other, and you're creating a corned effect straight away, as you can see from there. Then you get the second layer, which is this one here with the little V in, and you pull that one around, and then that one layers up as so, and then that one then sits inside the previous one. And by the time you've laid them all up, Joseph, this is what you end up with, which is beautiful, isn't it, really? Lovely dimensional flower. How you can bring them up and how that works is just look at what that does to something as lovely as a lovely little craft box there, you know, little gift box there. Just adding that lovely dimensional flower on there is lovely, isn't it, in itself? And just to show you how it works with the butterfly, there is a saying, you know, of the KISS phenomena, keep it simple, stupid. That is a really lovely card just done by the fact it says happy birthday. Does it need to say more than that with those beautiful butterflies on there? I don't think it does, do you?
No, it's really, really stunning. 12.59 or 18.26. How many sheets of each are we getting there?
You get 6 sheets of each, 12 sheets in total.
12 sheets in total. Brilliant. So that's loads and loads. That's you're looking at hundreds of toppers then. If you're using them individually.
Use them individually, yeah. You've got absolutely loads and loads. But the other thing being is this is white holographic card. When have you ever seen white holographic card? It's a premium price product, but we brought it today at the best price that we can for you. I have to say, I don't stumble on this every day of the week. This is something that I've found, sourced, and we've converted for you into these butterflies and flowers at a very special price. But when it's gone today, I can't guarantee I'm going to have it again for the future. Get it whilst we've got it.
Make sure you're getting it today. Is your last live hour for any of these items. 12.59 or 18.26 if you want to get your hands on that. Still busy on those as it has been all day today as well. We've got a couple more items to look at. Oh, we've got a butterfly embellishment trio.
Well, I don't know about you, Joe, but one of the things that I go to whenever I'm in doubt and I'm needing something a little bit special, it's our lovely little range of butterflies. Now, Paper Dienamics, we don't often do a lot of dies. It's not our strong forte. Cardstock and, you know, doing things that are creative is definitely our forte. But dies is not always something that we bring to you. However, we have got these amazing set of 3 different beautiful die-cut butterflies. The quality, as you would expect from us, is superb. You've got the 3 different dies, as you can see on the screen. You've got the side elevation butterfly, the smaller one, and then the bigger butterfly up on here. But they are stunning when they have been cut out, and these will work with any cardstock, Joe, within reason. 300 GSM I've cut with these, 250 GSM, 170 GSM. It'll cut through all of them. And just to show you how that ties into, say, for instance, the lovely winter fairy tale and winter collection. Here we've got a lovely little lady down on here, and of course we've got the butterfly, which we'll just fold up the wings there for you on the bottom. Just adding a little butterfly sometimes just adds that extra something to the range. Here we've got another couple on here done in the hologram blue again. Look how they've die cut them there. One up on the top up here and one down at the bottom down there. Just adding a little bit of excellent, something a little bit to focus the eye shot on, really. Well, I think when you're looking at something, there always needs to be something that draws your eye in. Could be a sentiment, could be the lady, could be the snowflake, but equally the butterflies then do draw your eyes in. Similarly with this one, Joe, on here, as you can see from there, that butterfly placed above the words, just for you. Beautiful finish to the lovely little range there.
Really, really stunning. $9.89, $14.34. If you want to go for that, we've also there's lots of other stuff. Keith is going to share some demos with us shortly, is what I was trying to say. Yeah, so I don't go anywhere. $9.89, $14.34 if you want that. Vellums. Now I don't recall seeing vellum. This kind of thickness, Keith.
Oh no, this is
amazing.
It's lovely, isn't it? And this is 160 GSM.
This when it's been punctured is quite incredible.
Yep, it's fantastic, isn't it? And that's just done with an everyday embossing folder. We've all got them at home. This is going to give you the most. If you're into that Pergamano kind of feel, but you don't have the.
Who does he play for?
Yes. Left back, I do believe, in the changing rooms. But 16 sheets of this 160 GSM quality translucent paper. What do we mean by translucent? Look, you can see, as you can see from there, look, you can almost see the colour of my nail varnish through the paper there, can't you, really? Yep, you can almost. It's like an opaque white. Ta-da!
Really cool.
16 sheets, but Joseph, you're absolutely right. Look at what happens when you've embossed with it. Look at the difference it changes from the plain down at the bottom to the embossing at the top. And of course, I have already cut there a couple of times today to show you the white edge that you get when you tear down the edges. And again, so if you want to get that lovely torn effect down the side where you can tear it and get those lovely abstract, then of course you can add your inks there to distress the edges, really take this massively on a creative journey. This is a craft room must-have. It is beautiful. And that lovely embossing, people are going to say, how did you do that? Must have taken you ages. Honestly, takes you seconds with your Gemini machine and an embossing folder. Bish, bash, bosh. The job is done.
Bish, bash, bosh. Get into your cart and get it checked out. Bish, bash, bosh. $10.79 or $15.65. Lots of you choosing to multi-order on that one. I believe we've got one more. We've got one more. It is these. Now, I think we might have saved the best for last. Because...
Well, we might have two, I think. I'm not sure.
Got two.
We may have two. I don't know.
Amazing.
Unless one's gone.
I think we've saved the best for last. So we've had the translucent vellums. These are the sentiments.
Yes,
then,
this is my. These are beautiful. This is my Italian-made papers that we've done, and we're going to give you 40 sheets of these. And I think the thing is, Joe, is look at the different textures that are on the papers.
It's
they
amazing.
Are
I don't think I've seen paper like it before. It's almost a bit like a wax paper. Some of them have got like a wax paper feel to them.
Aren't they beautiful?
Absolutely beautiful.
And on every one, you've got 2 different sentiments. Again, look at that one there. Really high-end, luxurious, stationery kind of papers. And what these have come from, Joe, I won't kid the audience. I'm not going to pretend that it's something it isn't. When we were cutting down the big sheets to A4 for a certain project that we did some time ago, we were left with these offcuts. Right. This is a mega expensive paper. Mega expensive paper. I said to the guys, we can't throw that into recycling. It's got to be used for something else. And we came up with this concept of idea of putting 2 different sentiments onto one sheet in various different textures and finishes. You can see on there, look how beautiful that one looks on there. Now you do get there what I call everyday sentiments. So you've got thinking of you, best wishes, with love, happy birthday, all of the different sentiments, congratulations, they're all on there as things. But I'm going to show you during my demonstrations, the idea with these, of course, die cut them out. Use your dies with these. And then, of course, in the middle bit, as Craig was saying earlier on today, if you've die cut out that one from there, say, for instance, you've still got all of this area here. You could die cut your butterflies out. You could die cut your butterflies.
2/3 of these gone.
Wow,
Lots of satin baskets at the moment. They
you need to get these boys and girls. You need to get them.
We could lose these in the show, I think. Lots of people jumped onto the website and added those into their baskets. Now, $11.69 or $16.95 is your price there on those. I would definitely order a couple of those because we're not likely to see those come back.
No, you will not see this. This has been done from the offcuts that we had left. When this stock has gone, it has gone. It will not be brought back. You'll never see it again. If you like it, you want it, put it in your basket and check it out.
Absolutely, make sure you get it checked out. And then we have the foiled sentiments. Is that these?
Oh, Joe, that's these. These are on a 250 GSM.
These go really well with the last time we saw, wouldn't they?
Absolutely, they will work with them. Now, look, this is a beautiful set of foiled sentiments. Yes, they're foiled. This here in the middle is black foil, not ink, not black print, it's black foil.
It's amazing.
Every one of these has been through our machines twice, not once but twice, to apply the colour range once or to apply the colour range twice. Now you get 24 different permutations, Joe. 24 in this 48 sheet bundle. They are beautiful for working inside your projects, for working outside your projects. You can use them any which way you like. You get them in holographic foil, black foil, silver foil, gold foil. You're going to get all of them included in with the set. It's a real fine eclectic there. Look, you can see the black and the silver foil, holographic foil on the sides there. You got on my special, you know, what about a wedding card done with that, really? And again, you can see around the outside, lots of room to use your dies, your cluster dies, things that you've got in your craft room. We'll die cut these out. And again, 2 of each in every one. There you go. You got happy birthday as well, all included in with the set. Best wishes. Look how beautiful that one is. Look how that sparkles and pops. And the thing with these, Joe, is this is one of these elements really where, again, we've manufactured this to a high quality of standard and on great material as well. And as I was saying earlier on, sometimes you only need a little to make a lot. That's all you need. You know, something as simple as that. Add the little butterflies on there. And that for me is a beautiful card, but it's very simplistic. It's not complicated. You can do that at home. It's just got a lovely pattern die around the outside edge. And literally we've mounted that onto a card of 6 inches by 6 inches, added the butterflies, and bish bash bosh. Isn't that beautiful? Less is more, and that's where you're going to be with this particular range.
Yeah,
it is beautiful.
48 sheet collection there. So again, amazing value for money. $13.49 on 1956. Right, we've got to press on because I know we want to squeeze some demos in as well. Let's give you an opportunity to check your baskets out because something like the sentiment strips that we looked at are very busy. So I would urge you to check out if you may want to make sure you're not going to miss out on some of these items. So whilst you do that, here is a video about what makes Crafters TV so special.
Check out or miss out.
Absolutely.
What makes Crafters TV so special is you guys.
It's really special because the experts are really experts. They're really skilled at what they do, and they want to make sure that the audience also improves on their skills.
Crafters TV is so special because you've got together a really sort of key group of people and people that are very passionate about the product.
Crafters TV is so special because it's a unique community that we have with each other where we can learn and grow and communicate with each other.
Community, the family spirit, the education, everything to do with craft. We are all like-minded people who share a passion.
I love all the inspiration the demonstrators bring and all the knowledge for us out here.
What makes Crafters TV so special? 100% it's the interaction. No other crafting TV channel or show has the same interaction.
I love the community, I love chatting live, I think that's the best part. And it's gone beyond crafting because we've become friends.
It feels to me to be a really, really close relationship with our customers and viewers.
You guys make us feel like we're part of your family. I've never been on the show before, but one of my friends who I did meet from CCTV encouraged me, and I was on the craft along.
Massive team of people, and I think they've all got their role to play, and it just brings everything together. It allows us to do our job and just love it.
The people, obviously, the people not just here at Crafts Companion, but the viewers that watch us. I mean, everybody. We have this real magical essence about it.
Bye for now. Bye.
Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. So, join our family of craft experts with live tutorials and demonstrations every day. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products here on Crafters TV. Get creative and craft along with our amazing deals. Your next craft project is only a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week or watch on catch up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook or our YouTube channel. You can chat to us, craft along and meet new friends in our online crafting community.
You entertain us, you give us a community to talk, in the chat. That wouldn't happen without you guys. It's like Crafters Companion is magical. There's magic here.
You're all our time with each other! You're not through to boot camp. Get off!
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. So, stop what you're doing and enjoy the fun here on Crafters TV.
There we are. Just a bit of what makes us so exciting here at Crafters TV. Right, we're going over to Keith because he's promised me he's going to squeeze 6 demos in before the end of the show, and he's got 26 minutes now to get them all done in. So that'll be fine, Keith, won't it?
He's talking to me.
Yeah, he's still rummaging. He's rummaging very hard. What I would say is don't forget as well, just before 8 o'clock, Craig will be back with me here. We'll have that second instalment, of course, of Launch Party. That'll be happening in about just under half an hour's time. So you said you're going to get 6 demos in this last 25 minutes or so.
I'm going to give it a go, Joe. I'm going to give it a go. You know what I'm like.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news.
Yes?
You didn't win card of the show last hour.
Oh, goodness me. What do I have to do to win? What do I have to do? Listen, speaking of craft experts, Craig took a few of the little elements earlier on, and he made something so simplistic, but I think you'll love it, because he took this topper set here from the sentiment stash, and he turned it into that. Oh. And I think that is just lovely. And then just to show that that wasn't a fluke, okay, he then turned the other half into that.
Oh, how cute.
Isn't that cool?
Really cool, love that.
Just imagine how so I'm saying to you that there's 48 sheets in that set, and straight away, young Craig has created 2 different cards from one sheet that both look extremely pretty and very, very postable for sure, and very simplistic in its wording for sure. And then just to add to that, with those lovely pearlescent strips that we've just been showing you, which are going to be very limited shortly, we've added another one here to one of the topper sheets, and we've put on there congratulations. And again, how simple but how beautiful does that look? You know, that less is more kind of thing. So we've used literally one topper sheet on here, put a few little gemstones on, little bit of a bow, and that beautiful foiled sentiment on there. So you don't have to be, know, a super duper duper out of the world kind of crafter to be able to use this range. And, you know, all of us are on a creative journey, myself included, and it really is.
Where's your creative journey taking you, Keith?
Where's it taking me to?
Back down the M62 later.
It's taking me down the M62. It's keeping me out of jail. No, I didn't say that. You know, only kidding. Yeah, well, we're all on a creative journey, and do you know, I haven't been doing this for many years because I used to have part of my team previously would come and do the presentations, and I sort of like fell into presenting by...
Didn't you? I remember when you started.
Yeah, and I was very nervous, Craig. Let me tell you, I was, because I wouldn't be perceived as your normal everyday crafter.
I'm not Craig.
Did I call you Craig?
Yeah.
I did. It looks nothing
hear
like,
what he
it looks
normally
nothing
calls
like
me,
Craig,
honestly.
does it really? But there you go. It's because I haven't got my glasses on. Joseph, yeah. We did down at the other place, yes.
At the other place,
At the other place,
so I remember you caused all sorts of waves.
Well, we're still causing waves now. Let's do a card show. We're going to feature this lovely lady here. Yeah, a very nice lady here. And as I said to you, no faces, and I love that with this collection because it's not personal. A face makes it very, very personal. That could be your next door neighbour, it could be your mother, could be your auntie, could be your sister, could be whoever you want it to be. Or maybe if you're making and selling, and I forgot to mention that you can make and sell with this collection. We have our blessing to be able to do that. So if you've got a little bit of a micro business, you can do all of that. And what we're going to do is we're going to do an A5 kind of card on here, Joe. So let's just put all of the right pieces in the right things. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the young lady that we've just had there, and we're going to put her on the inside of the card.
It's a bit Narnia, this one, isn't it?
It is a bit Narnia. You're absolutely right, Craig. Yeah, see, look, everybody sees something in there. I called you Craig then, didn't I?
It's the second time. You've never called me, you've never got my name wrong in years. So that's twice in 5 minutes.
Three times and I'm out. Three strikes and you're out, Smith. There you go. Well, look, I apologise, Ben. It's not a problem at all. Hey, Joseph, where would we be without Joseph? I won't care. We've worked together more times here on Crafters TV in the last few months than I can shake a stick at, haven't we, really? Every time I've been coming,
every time, you poor thing. You get the short straw every time.
Well, I've enjoyed working with you, Craig. I think it's been brilliant.
I love working with me as well, Keith. It's always fun when Keith's here.
Well, listen, I do have this little bit of a philosophy. You've got to enjoy your crafting. Your crafting's all about having a little bit of creative fun. It's your time to sit in your craft room or on your kitchen table or wherever you craft and just enjoy what you're doing. It's your time to relax. It's your time to play. It's paper craft. It should be fun, and you need to make it that as well. Now, that's the inside of the card. And do you remember I said to you about these lovely foil sentiments? Again, there we've cut one out from off of here. Let's just see if I can grab one for you just to show you where they've all come from. It could be any of them, really, but to be fair, you're with loves or on your special day. I've just used my dies on there to cut that out, and it's beautiful on there. So it just says just for you, and we're going to put that down in this bottom corner down on here. So again, put some double-sided tape on the back to fix that on the inside. Bearing in mind, this is the inside of the card. We haven't even started the outside yet, Joe.
Mamma mia.
Mamma mia, yeah, for sure. That's a show, isn't it, really? Yeah, it's going to be really, really nice, I think, when we get this all done. And I will keep trying for card of the day. You never know which day it will be. I have no idea.
Trying, Keith.
It could well be. I could win the card of the day on a day that I'm not here.
You could. I don't think you can. Physically, that's not possible, Keith. You have to be here and make a card.
You've got to be here.
We don't just randomly select them from, the archive. Mary Ryder says, gorgeous sample cards, Keith, loving them. Tracy says that metallic paper looks great. Now, the metallic paper is really busy. I'm going to give you the details again for it. Remember, it's a 40-sheet collection that you are getting there. You are getting the 4 finishes in 2 different colour tones across the 40 sheets. If you've got that in your basket, consider checking that out. It is really, really busy on that at the moment. Beth says such a beautiful blue. Panda Crafter says I really love all the colourways in this kit. Keith, that is a beautiful colourway. And also, it's not gender specific or occasion specific, which is great.
That's right. Yeah, it's not, Joe. I mean, again, blue is a really popular colour, isn't it, really? Where it can be, as you say, masculine, feminine. It can be wherever you want it to be, really. But we have a lot of blue in the Smith household. As you walk into my entrance hall, it's all blue. The wife doesn't like it, but I pick the colour, so it's what I say goes till I go home, and then she tells me that this is the wrong colour blue, Keith. But anyway, it's done now. I said, well, look, Karen, it's done. We've picked a blue. It's on the wall. It's staying on the wall for the foreseeable future. It's fixed. There we go. But I like blue. I do. It's a nice. I've got a blue shirt on, as you can see. I've got everything in there.
You love blue.
Now look, we're talking about the matting and layering kind of effect. And again, look, using metallics now, you would probably be wise if you've got the cluster dies, cut the middle bit out, use that on another project because it's quality cardstock. And I wouldn't necessarily, I would have done the same with this as well. Use your cluster dies, cut the middle bit out and use that on another project. But for the benefit of now and time, I haven't got time to die cut everything out. So I'm going to be a little bit flamboyant and exuberant and just use it all. But it's my cardstock and I'll do what I want. I'll cry. It's my party and I'll cry if I want to, Craig. Joe. That was a good gag then. It was a good gag till I got the wrong name, wasn't it, really?
Name wrong. It's been so well, Keith. You really, really were. There's lots of people chatting away in the comments. It is really busy, I must say. Also, don't forget about those strip sentiments. The ones on the beautiful white cardstock. They are really busy at the moment as well. There's a lot of people shopping over on the website at the moment. I think all of our West Coasters have joined us for the first time, Keith, in this hour.
Well, welcome aboard. Do you remember when we ribbled this particular set, Joe?
We wibbled it.
Yeah, we wibbled it, didn't we? We put it through the wibbler and we wibbled it. And but look how beautiful that is going to sit on there and give us a wonderful reflective, a wowzer of reflection, isn't it, really? So you see the lights bouncing off of there. So I just thought adding that little bit of a texture to this card would just be something a little bit extra special, Joe. Which I thought, well, we've already wibbled it, so we might as well use it, haven't we? Really?
Might as well wibble it a bit more.
We could wibble it a bit more. But not only is it good for rolling up or maybe making little boxes and things out, but great as a backdrop, as you can see from on here. So all I've done is put some 3D foam, some adhesive double-sided tape behind, and we're going to stick this down when we've separated the two from one another. There we go. Has it separated? Yes, it has, Keith. I'm due at the opticians, you know, Joe.
Are you? I never would have guessed, you know.
You couldn't tell, could you, really?
No, I wouldn't have guessed.
Yeah, I know that I'm going blind when I try and open the next door neighbour's door by mistake.
Oh, dear.
And my next door neighbour said, "Who is it?" I said, "Oh, sorry, my key doesn't work, so it's Keith next door. Go back to bed." Easy mistake to make. Get your eyes tested, Keith. Right, there we go. That's fixed. Now, you'll remember that we started with the lovely lady on the inside of the card, as you can see there. So she's on the inside of the card, and I just thought to myself, right, well, we've got the lovely sheet there now. There you go. She could go on there really like that, but that doesn't look appealing to me, does it? You know, yes, it does. But when you've got all of that matting and layering going on, it doesn't look appealing. So what we've done, Joe, is we've done this. We've actually taken it and we've used a die and we've die cut it out, and then look how that changes it. Now we've gone from something to something, and that's what I'm talking about. Use what you've got in your crafting rooms. Use the dies that Crafters Companion produce here to give you these amazing effects with our cardstock, with the Paper Dienamics cardstock. You're going to get absolutely amazed as to what you can turn this range into. And all I've done is put some 3D foam pads on behind because I want this to be dimensional and lift off. I don't want it to be completely flat. So I've die cut this out and I've actually made this a dimensional card. Because I think, Joe, when you get a card, two things that happen. One is you shake it to see if any money falls out.
Absolutely.
And secondly, you feel the quality of it, don't you? We all do. Feel the quality. If it's soft, flimsy, flops about a little bit, you know they haven't spent a lot of money on you. If it's quality and it's and it's got a dimensional feel to you, you know that they've put some time and thought and energy into making this into a lovely card.
They might have put more money in the flimsy one. You don't know.
They may well have done, Joe. Yeah. Now, I said obviously you've got the decoupage set as well. That that this comes with as well. And I did think to myself, if you were touching that young lady's hair now, her hair would be further up here than the dress, wouldn't it?
It would indeed.
So what I've done is I've cut her mane of hair.
Nice.
There you go. Because it's clever like that. And then I've put a 3D foam pad at the back and a tape at the top. So the tape's going to stick to the top of her head, and the 3D foam pad's going to give it a dimension like a proper mane. Do you call it a mane of hair? I think they do.
It's just hair, I think, Keith, on humans.
Well, I've got a hairdresser's near where we live, and it says mane of hair. I'm sure it does. Yeah, it does. That's what they call it. No,
a horse has a
not.
mane, we have just hair.
Well, this one's definitely got lovely long blonde hair, and you can see now it's got long blonde hair with definition as well. So again, we've got look from there to there. Isn't that looking quite cool?
Beautiful.
Now, a couple of things that we need there then, Joe. We need to, I've done it wrong. Never mind, I've done it wrong, but never mind. I'm going to take one of these because this is, again, from that set. It's going fast. If you want it, get it, and get it now.
Yeah,
I was going to put it up there. Now I'm going to put it down on here.
That there, the sentiment strips that you're looking at, could be our first sellout actually. It is really busy on those, Keith. And you were saying we won't see those again, will we, those sentiment
You'll
strips?
not see them again. I don't think so anyway, Joe. We did use a lot of the stock to produce this range, put a big quantity in here into Crafters TV. So again, if you like it and you want it, you need to get it and get it quick. But that's going to go lovely down on the bottom there, that lovely little sentiment onto the bottom there. And then finally, we were talking about the butterflies, Joe, weren't we? And how you can utilise the butterflies. And again, look how these butterflies have die cut out, not only out the metallics. So this is this wonderful set of the triple sets of butterfly in there as well. So you've got both the butterflies on there. Look how those have die cut out in both the paper and in the metallic. So again, I've put some 3D foam pad on the back of there. I've already stuck those two together, which is great. So that one's going to go nicely up onto here. And then finally, I'm going to put the third one with the gemstones mounted on top of it to stick on top of there. So we've got, again, a 3D, three-dimensional butterfly using the dies. And of course, the dies means that you can cut today, tomorrow, next week, next year. If you look after the dies, they're going to give you hours and hours of creative fun. And if you're ever in doubt, like me, always reach for a butterfly. You're never going to go wrong. Yeah, always, you're not going to go wrong. You can bend them, shape them, give them definition, and that goes really, really nicely on there, Joe. And I think, to be honest with you, mate, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put 4 to give the Brad simulation. I'm going to put 4 little studs, just 2 on this side and 2 on the other, to look as though it's been braided onto the card, which is really quite a nice idea if you want to do so. You could add a ribbon down the side if you want, but I think really, again, I'm going to stick where I am with this to win the card of the day, card of the week, card of the year. I'm going to leave this as it is there. So there we go. It's as easy as that. No faces. That's the thing I love about this, is that it's personal. It's not, it's personal, but it's not personal, because it basically says that could be for your wife, your daughter, your sister, your mother. Maybe not from now, maybe from a former life when her name was Lola. She was a showgirl.
Right,
but that was 30 years ago.
You want to try and squeeze another demo in, yeah?
Yeah.
You've got one we can squeeze in, because if you want to win that card of the show, you're going to have to be quick. I'm going to quickly run you back through what you're getting in here then. So remember what you've got in the main fairy tale collection. Very, very busy on this now. Let's start with this one here, which is your main topper collection, as you'll see here. Really beautiful images all the way through here. Going to work really brilliantly as your winter scenes. It's also fantastic. It's got a little bit of sort of Disney princess vibe to it as well, hasn't it? Which is brilliant. But then you've also got your sentiment stash, 144 sheets in total here. So 48 sheets of each of the collections are coming your way. So they are your sentiment toppers. All beautiful matching artwork. Let's just quickly again share with you then these again, which are those backgrounds. Now you could use these backgrounds with the collection or away from the collection. It is totally up to you. It is your choice. So that is the main item that we've got for you. $39.99 or $57.49. You've loved it all day. It continues to be really busy now in this final show. $31.99 or $45.99 if you are a platinum member. I'm going to grab the metallics again for you as well, because I know that it's been super busy here on these. This is really what I think of when I think about Paper Dienamics. They are a beautiful selection of different papers. Well, it's board really, isn't it? But you've got lots of different mirrored finishes and holographics on there. Really beautiful. This is the metallics as well, which Keith launched here as a world launch not so long ago. Definitely snap those up. The other one I'm going to tell you about as well, I'm going to warn you now as well, if it is in your basket, these ones here, the sentiments on the strips, on this incredible quality cardstock that you've got. This is more like sort of wedding stationery is how these feel. They are absolutely beautiful. Going to give you the details for this, and I'm going to tell you if these are in your basket, You need to check them out. They are really busy. Probably be the only opportunity you get to get your hands on these because of the very nature of them. And if you had to go out and have those made or commission those, it would be very, very expensive. It was a happy accident that Keith's able to bring those to us. So don't miss out on those as well. A lot of you now multi-ordering on those, which means they're going super fast. $11.69 or $16.95. Keith, you've got 10 minutes. We're going to go back to you for another demonstration. Can you squeeze another one in?
We can do, Joe, we can do. Can I just show, for those of you who weren't watching earlier, I just want to show the viewers this card because it's a bit of a new concept from our Andrea, who's done a brilliant effect on there as well. Again, look at the dimension that we've got with the decoupage ladies on. We've used the scenes, we've used the crystal holographic there on the backdrop. But with this one, you can see we've actually put a little bit of a M&M in the middle there. He mentioned the word M&M. We've got some of them coming up in hopefully a bit later on in the year as well. What's he on about? You'll have to wait and see. But this one leans slightly forward. Look how that sort of like leans slightly forward to give that lovely effect. But isn't it a lovely effect and something a little bit different from a card making point of view? I love that card. Andrea's done a super job with that, and that is fantastic. So on that basis, we're not going to get anywhere near that, but we'll give it a go. And this is, I'm using one of the metallics. And as we've said before, this is fantastic. It's beautiful. I know that there are thousands of crafters out there. I'll just sit there stroking this all day. Yeah. That's all I'm going to do is just going to stroke it. Very therapeutic. Just give it a bit of a stroke. But you can emboss with this. You can die cut with this. You can do everything that you want with it. You're not going to be disappointed with the results, and it is part of that metallics bundle. However, here's one where we've cut a hole out the middle. Yes, we have. We've cut a hole out the middle. We've actually taken the centre out because we wanted to, as I said in that previous conversation, use that on a different project, Joe. So let's just put the card flat so we can see exactly what we're doing, where the scoreline is, and we'll peel off the tape. So we're going to put our frame on. It's not meant to be a frame, but we're just using the card wisely, as I suggested, by taking the middle out and using that on a different project. It does two things. One, it gives you more cardstock to play with, and two, cuts down the weight of sending a card through the postal system.
Absolutely.
Up here for thinking, down there for dancing, is what I would say.
American viewers have to be very careful about that, of course. Very pretty, says Deborah. Mary Ryan says, what a lovely card, Keith. And Jeffrey says, loving the collections and all the papers. A lot of people loving them. Maybe that will translate into votes in the vote, Keith.
You never know, Joe. You never know. It could be the first time that Smithy has won Card of the Year. You never know. Now, look at this. Is that abstract thing that we looked at before. I do think that looks a little bit heart-shaped. Do you think that looks a little bit like a heart-shaped, like you're giving somebody that heart? Could be a little bit of a heart-shaped, but I'm not going to use it that way. I could use it that way, I suppose, where it's whizzing off like through space. It's a spaceman buzz. But this is going to sit nicely down on the top there. I'm not quite sure whether to use it that way round or the other way around. What do you think? Oh, maybe that way around might look a wee bit better. I'm not sure. You can decide yourself. If you like these cards, which are going to form part of the Card of the Year process for Smithy here on Crafters TV, you by all means can copy them if you're recording the show, or if you want to see it again, go to YouTube. You can watch it on YouTube, I believe. Any other mediums we can watch it on? We can watch it on Facebook again.
You can watch it on Facebook.
Yeah, so
YouTube or our own website.
Or our own website,
craftersTV.co.uk.com or .eu.
There you go. So if you want to copy them, be my guest, you can do that. Now, the one thing that we haven't spoke about, Joe, is the materials being receptive to stamping. And look at this one on here. You can see now we've stamped You're So Special. And on this special day, we celebrate you because you make every day special just by being you. Joe, I'm not sure if they're talking about you there or me, but one way or the other, that's a lovely sentiment. But that's been stamped on. And the other thing, look, as well, see around the periphery? We've colorised the edges. There's no resist there for you to use your secondary crafting processes to really take this on its own creative journey. So that is beautiful in itself. Let's bring into play the background, and we're going to mount that then lovely down onto there, keep it nice and flat and easy to use. And again, as I've said just a few minutes ago, you can make these cards as complicated or as complex as you like. It's entirely up to yourself how you want to be able to utilise them, but you are going to be able to make a really good range of different kind of cards that, again, you can make and sell if you want to do so. And I know that there are thousands of crafters out there that make for craft fairs, for charities, for schools, for churches, for all of the occasions that you want to do so. And I think that's already looking quite pretty and quite nice. taking that concept in and taking the lady in that decoupage format. Here's the lady again. Quite an easy contour to cut out. It doesn't need to be perfect because it's actually going to sit against the print. And what that does then is it does lift off. The print doesn't take it away from it. So again, just a bit of 3D foam pad behind the lady. And again, notice no faces. There used to be a TV show called New Faces, Joe. I don't know if you remember. You remember that one? Yeah, New Faces. It's now called Britain's Got Talent. I'm sure our friends in America have got their own version.
America's Got Talent.
America's Got Talent, indeed. Well, this one has got new faces, old faces, whatever faces that you like. But what we are doing is we're making... Now, the other thing being as well is that we do have this staircase just on its own. So if you wanted to add the blonde young lady in there, you could do. So you can personalise it to be receptive to whoever you want it to do so. Again, we don't need to do this, of course, but we could add in, if we wanted, a butterfly or two. We could bring into place all of the elements that we've been die cutting earlier on. We cut out a snowflake earlier as well. I'm not actually going to add any of these to that really because I don't think it particularly needs so, but what I am going to do is I'm just going to give this lovely little effect on here by just putting one of these into that corner and one into this corner just to add that little bit of a gemstone kind of effect down on here as well. Joe, I don't know about you, I've enjoyed the day very much. It's been great fun. I've loved every minute of it, really, and I don't think you've been too bad today, to be honest with you. I think you've been all right, really. You've been quite on your quite good behaviour there, really. Thanks, this is do you remember we talked about the less is more kind of concept there? But this is a beautiful.
Which is not your vibe normally, Keith. You're more maximalist than minimalist usually.
This could be true, yes, but. What I was going to show you now is, look, here's another one that we've got here that we'll just bring into play again, using those elements, and look at the glitter that we've applied to the dress there. Beautiful. So again, using your what's in your craft room. Look how the snowflakes 3D up as well. You can create it's all by doing the fussy cutting out of those sheets. You can really make all of the cards whatever you want them to be. Let's grab hold of this one down on here and give that one a bit of a whirl. I like this one because this one's actually got the snow globe that's mounted over the top of the pony, and I think that really epitomises when you talk about Disney-esque. Isn't that just beautiful from a Disney-esque point of view, really? Disney-esque, yeah, Disney-esque even.
Who does he play for? Disney-esque. I think.
Because I've been to, I haven't been, I've got to be honest and say that I've not been to the castles in America.
Have you not?
I've not, no. I've been to Gay Paris, to Disney in Paris. Yep. But I've not been to the one in America.
Been to one in America. Well, you'll get there maybe one day, Keith, I'd imagine.
One day.
With a little bit of luck. With
one day might
crossed as well. Keith, it has been emotional as always. Massive pleasure. I will see Keith back here again really soon on Crafters TV. Any items you've got in your basket from Paper Dienamics, get them checked out because you are going to miss out if not. Massive thanks to Keith. I'll be back on the other side of this with Cradle Bagel and the last hour of Launch Party. I'll see you in a sec.
When it started about 20 years ago, probably a bit longer because I've always been quite crafty, but I got into scrapbooking. When my youngest daughter was born, I decided to do scrapbooking. I got all this amazing crafty stuff that I put into all these pages. Really, I started getting into card making probably about 15 years ago, and then that was it. I have so many people that inspire me, and I have to say, and I'm not just saying it because I'm a crafter's companion, but Sara Davies was one of the first people that I got to meet in the craft industry. My mum got me into crafting, so that's my main inspiration. So you can imagine how excited I get when I get to meet Sara Davies. I mean, when I then got on this design team, when I got to work with Sara closely, everything from then on was amazing. But my mum is definitely, or was, the most inspirational person in my life through my crafting. Gossip, I can't give you any gossip. I mean, that's between us. Do you know what? We were just literally in the green room. Everyone, it's just been done out and John's been in there, and it's become this place where everyone just comes in and it's just this gossip fest. And it's amazing because we're all such good friends, genuinely, and I know you all know that. But we have the most amazing time between us all. Me and Craig bounce off each other because we're very similar in our crafty ways. but also me and Debbie, we're full of giggles, and me and Jan and Corinne and Michelle, everybody that I work with is amazing, on the set and off the set. It's just incredible to work at Crafts Companion. Non-craft facts. Well, I have to say, I'm a bit of a singer and a dancer. I'm not good at either. When I was little, I did win a disco dancing competition for the school, and I come second to a Michael Jackson tribute, which I was quite gutted about because I thought I might have won that. So I used to do a bit of disco dancing, and I love dancing. I used to be part of an adult dance group, and it's something I'd like to take lessons.
Loads of love coming for Keith. Eve B says, Keith, you are so special. And Susan says, brilliant products and always loads of fun. Absolutely, it's what we come to expect from Mr. Smith. He'll be back with us here again very soon on Crafters TV. We are going to move in. No, we're not moving in. Imagine if we just moved in with you. Can you imagine? It'd be the worst. I eat loads. I bet Tracy snores really loudly. I bet, no, Craig's super tidy. I bet, I said I eat loads. I'm not perfect.
Yeah, I'm really pernickety. You know, I'm one of those, you know, the tea, the sugar, the coffee containers, and...
She does snore. She'll be chain smoking by the back door as well.
Conversation. On you go. You carry on. You two, you just have it. Tell you what, you stay there. Cameron, you stay there.
Why don't you
What we're going to do, right, we're going to then use this last hour. We're going to have a look at some of the other things. We're going to actually have a look at
We're having a lovely time over here, Craig.
Garden party. We're going to do a little bit. Are you ready?
Well,
you okay?
not
You
really.
finish your combo.
No,
You
I mean, I've
powwow
done...
together. Well, we'll carry on.
Tracy keeps butting in.
Oh, no, he's not. He's carry on going. Just come back to me then. When you do it, we'll just keep coming back to me.
You get back in your box, you. Back around your counter. I don't know why I'm showing you these. These are from Keith. I don't want those. Keith's trying to get in on the act now. I sabotage. This is you lot. Let's have a look. We're going to go back to Garden Party is where we are going. Vintage parasols for ladies. Lady things for ladies. Love that. Emily Howard. Delicate doilies in here. That's traditional lace as well. One of my all-time favourite dies, these are beautiful rosettes, as you can see there. We've also got Party and Celebrate, and you will get as well these two, your vintage birdcage and your dainty lace stamps and dies. Tracy said she couldn't find the boards for these. Tracy. A brilliant... Sorry?
Oh, yeah, right now.
Tracy, why, what you not got? Oh, delicious.
That's all right. We're live. Don't you worry. We'll have some pancakes.
Don't worry, I'll pop out in a moment.
There you go, that's fine. No, yeah, we are live.
We're until 9 tonight, Sara. Do you need the stamp?
Sara, don't worry. I've had them two having a powwow together live, leaving me out. You come in.
He's throwing his toys out the pram because me and Tracy are having a chit-chat over here. They got you coming in with a takeaway. It looks good.
It's really good. I need to keep my energy up during
Absolutely. You do. You need it. How long you got left?
Well, you've got an hour.
Yeah, I've got an hour left now, as you now know.
So it's 8 o'clock. I finish at 5.
Oh, you got a while. You're going to need a lot of pancake rolls.
But I'm sharing's caring.
Sharing is caring.
And I was happy to share.
He does. He's not happy. He's not happy at all today.
And I forgot that you were still live.
You know the hottie Scotty, the stroppy Scotty we call him when he's like this.
Oh. Would you like me to make you a duck pancake and bring it in?
Do that. That would be great. I'm happy now.
No, good thanks. Something that might cheer him up. Let's hope. That's all it takes is a duck pancake. Now, what were you away to kick off about with Tracy?
As if this day has not been any weirder, it's ending up on a high. Thanks, Tracy.
You're welcome.
Oh, it's all right. You just have a chat. You just have a chat with Tracy. Hang on, let me come round here. Let me come round here. No, you just chat with her. It's fine. You just chat with Tracy. Don't mind me, Craig. Don't mind me.
We were talking about work.
Oh, it's too much fun, this place. It's too much fun. Right. Are you okay now? Are you composed?
Thank you very much.
If you want to go for this collection, by the way, I mean, we're 6 minutes in, told you about the deal. £23 or $28.50 gets you. This saves you £35 or $45, which is excellent. Platinum members $18.40 or $22.80, which is amazing. And this is your out of this world deal. And you know what that means as well, don't you? We only hold the price for 24 hours, so you're going to need to be quick if you want to get hold of this. Lots of you still chatting away. Any questions for Craig? Get them into me. Crafters TV on Facebook, Crafters Companion over on YouTube. You know it's been a long day, Craig, when the iPad dies. Yeah, see, it's done. It's checked out, the iPad. So, yes, this is your second instalment of Launch Party. Are we together again? We're not together again tomorrow. You are here in the morning, though, aren't you?
I am. It's going to be me, so obviously 2 hours wake-up call. I'm with Jan for the first hour, and then it's myself and Jamie for Creative Expressions for the second hour. I am heading home afterwards to do some... Actually, I'm not.
Where are you going?
Afterwards, I am going round to meet Ben's wee puppy.
Ah, what's it called?
Something.
Molly the Collie? Molly the Collie.
Because it's Molly and Mac. Molly and Mac, that's what it is.
Molly the Collie.
Yes.
Oh, that'll be adorable. And then, so that'll be 11 a.m. / 6 a.m. East Coast. And then I'll be up with Leanne for a craft along with Tricolour Aquas. And Jamie will be here as well. So that'll be 3 hours from 2 p.m. UK time, 9 a.m. East Coast. And, oh, she's come bearing gifts. Look, there you go. No, I give her one. That'll be from 2 p.m. 9 a.m. There you go.
Oh, can we have an overhead, George?
Oh, look! Can we get an overhead on the pancake rolls?
Oh, so you did.
Yeah, part of it.
Oh, that smells amazing.
Delightful.
You realise, just as I'm away at a demo, I'm going to have that wafting up in front of me.
So, what was I saying? Yes. Gosh, this show, we're never going to get... Should we just finish it now? Should we just give up? We're not bothered with the last 55 minutes. Craft along, myself, Leanne, and Jamie from Creative Expressions. And then tomorrow night, it's not called Creative Cravings anymore, is it?
No,
Beautiful Beginnings will be here. I mean, they keep changing the names of the shows.
Even the gallery don't even know what it's called.
It's the first Wednesday I've worked in weeks. I've no idea what either shows are even called. 6 p.m. in the UK, 1 o'clock over on the East Coast. Amazing. Right. Should we do this demo? Are you going to eat those pancake rolls? Are you going to do it whilst you demo?
No. I will save that for when you start talking after this demo. Right, here we go. Let's have a look now. So this is your garden party mini collection here. So what we've got is, I've got a piece of watercolour card, 6x6, and I've taken one of the stencils, which happens to be Delicate Doilies. So then what I'm going to do, you can use your temporary sprays if you want to. I don't tend to use them. What I tend to do is create my own little hinge at the top with my low tack tape. So I'm adding just a couple of bits to hold it down. And then what I'm going to do is, if I take my little bowl of blending pads, what I'm then going to do is, I have got fuchsia, I have got a lemon tonic, and I've also got lagoon. I did actually want parakeet. I can't find it within our stash, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use lagoon instead. So what I'm going to do is, let's go in with the lemon tonic here, and I'm going to come down the middle, and I'm just going to start to add that colour in. So we're going to add it on, doing that strip right down the middle here. And then what we can then start to do is we can then start to go darker and darker. And I don't mean with the yellows, I just mean with the fuchsia. So we're going to go, you'll see actually if I bring these here, we've got our light, we're going into our mid, and then we're moving into our dark. So going in, laying up that colour together. You can see here, I'm just using that same pad but changing my foam. And then this time what I'm going to do is I'm going to go once again side to side, and I'm kind of rocking and rolling in the direction of the Delicate Doilies. So once again, work our way in, we're working it in. I'm going to go back in with this sponge here, and then I'm going to blend them out. Now at home, if you watch any of the lives that I do, and I have to apologise, I know I've not managed to get a live in this week, bit of a crazy week, but I will get that all going well with, well I will do. We'll do a live next week for sure from home. But you will know that I have quite a few of these. And then, for instance, at home, what I would have is I would have a tool for each one, and saves me taking the heads on and off. But, you know, whatever it is you want to do, you can, of course, do that. So I'm going to go in with the lagoon. Now, what I do just want to do is take a little bit of this tissue that I've just noticed as well, underneath that plate. Sarah's just written a message. Just noticed that there.
On a what's on leaflet.
Yeah, with her face on it.
All the best love notes come on a what's on leaflet.
So I'm going to go in now with the lagoon. Now, as I said, within the original one that I'll show you shortly, I did use parakeet, but I'm still going to get a beautiful effect. And the reason I'm going in with this bit of tissue or paper or card, because it's a water-based ink pad, I don't want any of the oils of my fingers to pick up any of that colour. So I'm just blending them out. And then once again, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back in to that fuchsia pad and blend them out. I'm going to do the same within here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go back once again. I'm not applying any other ink to it. I'm just going to use what's already on there. The stencil is a non-porous surface, so therefore the ink's going to sit. So then what I can then do is take this off and take that bottom one off. And now, because I've created my hinge, this is really beneficial if you're using something like a paste, but it still helps when you're using your water reactive inks. Using that as a hinge, lift it up.
I love that, Craig.
Isn't that absolutely beautiful? Absolutely gorgeous. The one that I done late last night, I am going to be using that one, but just so you can see, that was with the parakeet instead. So you can see the look. So within this one here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick with the lagoon. I'm going to take some of that excess off my pad, and I'm just going to close up that end there. So instead of having that end of the white card, we're just blending that colour in just a little bit, just so we don't have that harsh white line. And that is all that I'm going to do with that one. So we can see we've got our layer there. So let's pop that onto our card first of all. So I'm going to just matte and layer this onto a bit of black card. The black really shows off the colour even more. So I'm going to pop that one onto there. And then what I'm going to do is that can go onto an 8x8 card. So we can add this one on. Of course, this could go on to a 7x7, 6.5 by 6.5, but I like having that big white frame. Then what I'm going to do is if I take a piece of this pastel yellow, and I'm going to go in with the rosette die. Now this bit, what I'll do, Joe, is I will just skip this bit, because all that I would then do is, using this die, is die cut my strips. Cuts out as a, it's such a handy die. It really, really is. So as you can see there, what I've done is I have already done 4, all good to go. And then all you need to do is concertina them. Now I cannot find our hot glue gun. I may actually rephrase that and say I think a certain someone has that in our other studio.
I want to know if you ever found that die you lost earlier.
I did, yeah. We did say live on the show, didn't we?
Yeah, we found it, yeah. Jeffrey says us two are truly comedic characters today.
Oh,
there you are.
What a compliment.
Yeah. Mohawk Leone says, welcome to Slap Happy Hour with Craig and Joe, with surprise appearance with the boss. Imagine we did start slapping each other. I don't think it sounds very nice.
I don't think
Slap
so,
Happy with the added appearance of the boss lady.
Slap Happy.
Shadia says, Craig, that is how you show how much you are loved by your boss. Count yourself lucky, young man. And loads of love coming in for Sara. Tracy's now turned up with a tea. I mean, it's basically an all-you-can-eat buffet in here this evening, isn't it?
It really is.
She's still chatting away. She's never had so much to say in the studio as our Tracy today.
She got the blue memo with me and Keith. She's got her blue New York top on. Well, she's done a little curtsy to me. So going in, concertina these ones. Now, what I would say is a minimum of 2. The more you use, the more fuller your concertina rosette's going to be. So I'm going to add my tape on. I would, if I was at home, Joe, use our tacky glue. But of course, for speed, I'm going to use our tape runner. And this is where I need my hot glue. So I will just, verbally explain as well as show you the best I can. So that's 3 that I've got here. So what I'm going to do is I pop my tape onto the back. I'm going to come around and then I'm going to connect that together. So if I connect that one together, you can see if I then tuck this inwards, so tuck it in, so work our way in, and then what you'll find is it starts to come together, it starts to create that rosette effect. So if I pull that in, and then all that you need to do is just start to bunch it up together. So see how I bunch that up like so. So I need to take, where's my join here? So I need to join that one to there and then pull that back in. So pulling that one in, working its way all the way along. I think, do you know what? I think I've concertinaed one side. There we go. One way, one the other way. Let's just tuck that one up like so. So get it in the way that I had it. So bring that one in, and then what we're going to do is we're going to pull that in together.
Perfect.
That you can see there. So what I would do with that little circle die that you get, pop your little circle there. Put a little bit of hot glue on the top. So pop that over, hot glue, and then what you're going to do is you're going to come in, you're going to position that one into place. I just need to tuck that in underneath.
Been a little tinker, that one, isn't it?
It has been a real tinker. A real tinker. So pop that one in, move it up, hold it down, there we go. Hold it down that you can see like so for that hot glue to take effect. And then what you can then do is you can pop another one over the top, and then that's then going to complete your rosette. You can use your glue gel if you want, but you're going to have to weigh that down for quite a considerable amount of time. So I would highly recommend the hot glue for this one. And then once that's done, you can see this one is slightly fuller, and that's because I'd used the 4, not 3. So that is the little bit of difference that you can see here. So that's 3 strips, that's 4 strips. So the more you get, the more enclosed that it's going to be together. So all that I've done is gone round as well with honey pot that we can see just round the edges. That one, that's going to come down into here. What I've also done already, if I can find it, is I've stamped out some of the stamps that you've got.
They're big stamps and die sets, these as well, aren't they?
They are. They really are, Joe. You've got quite a lot in these, substantial sizes. You've got some of your slightly smaller ones that are nice to just pop on as little accents. For instance, that's going to go over the top in a moment. So I'm not going to colour it all. What I'll do is I'll do a little bit of colouring. This is with our tri-blends, and of course it is our magenta. So lay that colour down. And then all that I would do is go in and do my blending, do my shading. You're going to spend a lot more time than I am. So we're going to go in, blend them out, go back, and then start to build that out. Keep going. Then what you're going to get is that. So I've gone in with the alpine green and gone in with a little bit of the ice blue around the edges. And as you can see with that one as well, what I've already done is I have stamped it out. I've stamped it out with Noir Black ink pad. And with the same colours, what I've gone in and just coloured in these little accents there. Gone in with a little bit of the ice blue as well. So this one we can take, this one we can take. And then because what you've got is within the stamp set, I don't think I've actually got the stamp set here, but bringing in the die. So bringing in the die, and then I'm going to do a drop shadow with this one. I think it really does work a treat by going in with a drop shadow. Adding this one on into here. And then what we can do, one of the sentiments with the dies that says with love, I've already stamped and cut these ones out. And the good thing, if you are getting this little collection today, and I say little, it's still a substantial size, you will find so many ideas and hints and inspiration across on our YouTube.
Yeah, absolutely.
You'll find loads and loads and loads. So you know that you're going to have plenty to watch. So these ones we can go in, let's pop a couple of foam pads here. I'm going to go in with a foam pad on the back of this because I do want it to be quite raised, although it has got a lot of dimension with this rosette. I still want her to be extra height. I would put it in a box, an envelope box. That can go into there. This one can go into here, like so. And then all that I need to do, before I stuck that one, I wonder if I got a bit of give. Not really. This is one of the stamps as well. Now, isn't that absolutely beautiful? You could then start to create your own rosette, Joe. All you need to do is just score lines and then start to form them in the same way. And actually you've got your own rosette that you can then customise too. But let's go in with this one. I'm going to go in here and I'm going to tuck that one in from the edge. Like that. Last but by no means least, I'm going to take that bow. That can go at the top. And I know that I cut out a few steps, but it's steps that, you know, mostly you'll have seen quite a lot stamping and die cutting. It was just to get that card form together for you to see. But you can see that's using a selection, of course, from the garden party, the stencils, but added in some inks. We've got the birdcage, we've got the rosette, and with the sentiment as well. So it's really, really bright and vibrant, but it works really well.
Yeah, I really like it with the more tropical colours, I think, Craig. I think it's nice, something we haven't seen with this collection. Let me quickly whiz you back through what you're getting. Edie, guys. Let me whiz you back through what you are getting then. So you're going to receive in here, firstly, this one, your vintage birdcage, stamps and dies. And then you're also getting your dainty lace stamps and dies as well. So both of those coming in there. Then we have got our garden party vintage parasols. There's also the delicate doilies there in your stencils and the traditional lace. This one, the rosette, I think probably one of the most versatile dies we've seen in a very, very long time there on that one. And you've also got then your party and celebrate sentiments in there for you too. £23 or $28 saves you £35 or $45. A brilliant, brilliant price there on that. And it really is kind of towards the end of that. It was one of the first Sara signatures that we launched when I arrived, when I joined Crafters TV. I think so, yeah. I think it was, so it must have been 2020, I'm guessing, around that time. Let's move on. Let me share with you this, a great deal on our water reactive ink pads. Water reactive ink pads are the most popular ink pad we bring you here at Crafters TV and Crafters Companion. Brilliant for all of those blending techniques that you might want to use, but also, oh, you're off there, you're right. George has fallen asleep on his joystick again. It happens all the time. Usually it's when we're on an overhead and he does a bit of, it gets a, honestly, he's done it to Leanne and Jan recently. It doesn't happen to anyone else is the funny thing, George. No, it's never actually happened to anyone else. We've got the Bordeaux in here. You've also got Lagoon, Oasis. This one here is your Ocean Blue. You've also got Parakeet, Plum Jam, Straw Bale, going to get inky, I sense it, and also the Spring Meadow is coming in there too. So really lovely selection of colours, saving you 15%, £40 or $60 is your price on those. You might want to go for some blending tools. I used to call these daubers, Craig, and now I'm not sure that that's what they are. But I've called them daubers for years and years and years.
I think Tim Holtz calls his a dauber.
Does he? Oh, okay. Blending tools, we're calling them. Round blending tools. And you get 20 replacement sponges. So that's brilliant because you're going to have, what, one per colour family really you want to keep, don't you? So you'll be able to use loads across all of your different types of ink pads there. It's a brilliant selection. 30% off here, $7.98 or $9.90 is wonderful. And the other thing is this would be a great cardstock to use, especially if you're going to use water to react with the ink pads. If you're going to do those kind of techniques, you want to make sure you've got the perfect cardstock to allow you to do that. This is a 45 sheet collection on our watercolour cardstock. So you're buying two, getting one free in that particular configuration. Let me just see what the comments are saying whilst Craig finishes his duck pancake rolls over there. Mandy May says, looks great, love the stencils. Apparently slap happy is a slang phrase in America, Craig. Just means everyone is really tired and laughing a lot. That is pretty much what's happening here in the studio. Sue says, using a drop shadow really made the object pop. Michelle says, think the sentiment should go on the cage. There you are. That's showbiz, Michelle. And Crafty Andrew says, I think I want to make this card, Craig. Well, we've got all the tools that you need in order to make them, should you wish to. And remember, everything that's available in the show is over on the website under the Shop the Day category. You'll see all the products from our shows today. We're going to go back to this one, though. It was a launch on Friday, and you guys absolutely loved it. A very different concept for us, something we've not seen before. It's the deco squares that you've got. Really lovely here, because these, of course, cut in that gatefold element, but then I love the fact that you've got the central nested element behind there as well, which also finishes it off. The other great thing is there is no collection that you couldn't introduce these to. So no Sara Signature Nature's Garden or any standalone collection that you wouldn't be able to utilise these on. So I think maybe think about getting back into elements of your stash you haven't crafted with for a while. So the first one was the deco square there, and that was a vintage ticket. You've got the scallop circle, the ellipse frame, and the stylish mosaic is in there too. $51.96 or $59.80 is your price. How are you getting on with your spring rolls, Craig?
Do you know something? I'm having a right.
He's all right. He's just having a sip of his tea now. I mean, he's nearly there. He's had his tea. That's it. He's had his dinner this evening here in the studio. It is literally like an all-you-can-eat buffet in here.
It is. To be fair, when it's the boss that's bringing it in, you can't say no, can you?
Absolutely. You can't get in trouble for eating in the studio.
Not at all.
And you didn't need cutlery, so technically it was a snack.
That's very true.
There you go.
I like your thinking.
There you go.
Yeah.
Right, I'm going to hand back to you then, Craig. Layered Edge. I struggle with I struggle with this, I don't know why. Layered Edge Die Collection. I don't know why I can't say it.
I don't know why. It's simple, but yeah, sometimes you just get a title that just doesn't quite roll off the tongue. Okay, let's have a look at the vintage ticket here. So what I have done is I've got my card blank, and this is, I've cut this to 5 3/4 by 8 inches. So it's 5 3/4 by 8 inches. And then what we're going to do is we're going to bring in the dies. So we've got our 2 nesting dies within the middle, and then our next layer one, that's going to be on my card blank, and we've got the left and we've got the right. And then I'll go over the measurements of these ones in a moment, but then what I'm going to do afterwards is I'm going to take the left and the right, and then we're going to cut these ones out as well. So the larger of the frame, so to speak, they go on that top layer, which is the pattern paper, and then the smaller one, they'll then go onto your card blank. So what I'm going to do with this one is I'm just going to pop down and I'm going to do a little pencil mark at the halfway point. So I've gone in at the 4 inches, and then what I'm going to do, if I use my tape, and let's pop that in as well. And this is a prime example to show Joe that your card blank or card doesn't have to be the exact size of the dies. So my card blank is slightly smaller than my die, kind of overhangs. So your card could be taller. All you would need to do is snip down afterwards, or it could be thinner if you want to. So I'm going to go in, I'm going to do exactly the same. This time, what I'm going to do with this one is come to the left-hand side of that pencil line, and then I'm going to tape that one down. I'm going to do the same up onto here, and I've got them quite close together, so I am just making sure that it is fully secure. And we're going to go in with our junior plates because I've still got my large Gemini up and running. So line these ones up. Let's just pull that back slightly so the card all cuts. And then we can then run that one through. I'm going to pop that in there. That's going to cut out that aperture. And all that we'll need to do, just at that top bit where the two bits meet, we'll just need to trim that away. But that's no big deal, that's easy enough. So we can bring this one in. So let's bring all that in. And then what you'll see is if I carefully take away that tape at the side, and the tape at the side there, there, and there, I'm just going to be careful there. What we've then got is our little aperture bit. And this is the bit that I mean that we just need to, I'm just going to haul that off because I don't need the middle there. What I'm going to do is go in with my scissors and just at our score line, I'm just going to snip that away.
Awesome.
And then there we go. We've got the start of our layered edge. And then with these two, what I'm going to do, Joe, both of these layers are 3 3/4 by 5 1/2. And then I'm going to do the same here. I'm going to bring these die edge right up to the edge of my card. I'm going to do it on both of them, secure them down with my low-tack tape, and then we can feed them through the Gemini.
I think it's definitely one of those sets of dies that it's going to take you a couple of goes to get your head round.
Yeah.
Where and how it works. But then as soon as you've got the knack for it, it's very, very simple, isn't it? But the first couple of times I've seen you use these, I've had to be a bit like, well, where's that going? How does that work? But yeah, as soon as you've nailed it, then you'll be absolutely grand. What I would say is there's a full launch day. You can go and watch back on these if you're placing your order now, which happened on Friday. Was it with Corinne, did you say?
It was, yeah.
With Corinne. So you can go and watch those back anytime you like, which is brilliant. We'll no doubt have a craft along coming up in the very near future on these too. So you'll have loads and loads of inspiration as to how you can use these, which is amazing.
It really, really is.
Have you seen yet what have you seen the creative expressions items yet for tomorrow?
I've not.
I haven't either. Tracy hasn't got them out
She's
yet.
not. Usually.
Normally they're normally on the shelf by now.
Exactly, yeah.
Normally I'd be able to get a sneaky peek of them, but I haven't seen them yet.
I know, I usually get a first chance look to see, right, what am I going to be ordering as soon as it goes live on the website? But no, she's lagging the day.
Let's go and see where she is.
We're going to find her. Going to find her. So what I'm going to do is, because of the size of these ones, I am just going to do them separate. But if you do use your larger plates, then of course they're going to go both through at the same time. With this card, it's very simple to know what dies go with what layers. What Joe was talking about, and this is a demo that I done earlier on in the show. Now this is where, at first, if you go back in your watch, this is what Joe meant by sometimes it just takes a moment or two for your head to get around it, because this is how it looks. But if we start to cut, turn it on its opposite side, and you've got your apertures on the left and the right. Just, it feels uneasy, it doesn't feel right, but you know, believe you me, it is. So if you are going to try the gatefold style, first of all, as Joe says, just take a moment, get your head around it. And if you do it the wrong way around, don't worry, because I do that as well. There we go.
About these, you can let us know, get them into us. Of course, Crafters TV if you are over on Facebook, Crafts Companion if you are over on YouTube. Stunning card, Craig. Card of the show, says Shadia.
Oh.
There you are, fighting talk. I think that was about the last one that you did there with the garden party. One. So Keith is, you know, Keith's never won card of the show or card of the day, Craig.
Is he not?
No. Oh. I don't think today's his day after that either.
No? But you think that's it? That's.
But you've sealed his fate, Craig.
Yeah. Mark came very close on, is it Friday?
Sorry?
Mark from Visible Image came very close.
Did he?
Yeah.
To card of the day?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yep, he did indeed.
We don't think we've had a third party get card of the week, have we?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah. I mean, it's quite a hard task. I mean, you've only got 3 shots, haven't you, all week?
That's it, yeah. Yeah.
I have the, Cheryl says I have the round blending tool and I just bought the square one. Shadia says, we need more finger daubers, please. Tell the boss I need one more box. They're always coming in and going out of stock, aren't they, those?
They are always flying out, aren't they? Yeah. Always.
Did we have a card of a week Did Jamie win card of the week? Jamie definitely won card of the day.
He did,
I don't know that he won. I think Gwen was close to card of the week. I think Jamie was quite close to card of the week one week as well, but I don't think anyone's got there yet.
Yeah. I've miscalculated my measurement and I've got...
I've never met or worked with Gwen, you know. It's
Have you
always
not? Gwen's
fallen that I've been
lovely.
on. It's Jamie that's been up when it's been my shows.
Yeah, Gwen is lovely. I'd met her a couple of times, but it was always at Hobby Maker.
Right.
And then, yeah, I think it was, if it was not the last time she was here, the time before, I was also on. And it was lovely to actually
No, my
be with her.
favourite, well, yeah, I can't really have favourites because, you know.
You can?
Just in case James says, is Julie or Julia, it's Julia, isn't it? Who used to be at Creative Expressions. I don't think she's there anymore.
Oh, yeah.
We used to work together. I can't remember her surname. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Lovely lady from Birmingham.
Watts.
Sorry?
Julia Watts.
That's it, Julia Watts. She was trouble, but a lot of fun to work with.
A lot of people thought she used to be a teacher, didn't they?
Did they?
Yeah, because she's got that mannerism.
She definitely has got that mannerism. She used to always put glitter on me. Like, she used to put it in my, like, loose glitter. She used to, like, get a handful of it when I wasn't looking and, like, put it in my beard and stuff.
Really?
Yeah. She was fun. I like her a lot.
Yeah, I only met her a couple of times at the other channel. And, yeah, she was lovely. She was lovely. Do you know what's funny, Joe? And I know me and Debbie Robinson, we talked about this, this is a good couple of months ago. To me, you know, if I'm around other craft experts, certainly here in the UK, it's like, oh my gosh, that's so-and-so, so-and-so. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, oh my God, that's
so funny.
So-and-so. And then I'll go out and I'll go like, hi, I'm Craig, I'm Crafter's Companion. Like, yeah, we know who you are. Yeah. And I'm like, oh my God, really? Do you know what I mean? It's hard to comprehend. Do you know what I mean? Still think that experts of that just don't see me in that way. And I know Debbie's, she's been exactly the same as well.
It blows Debbie's mind.
Sorry?
It blows Debbie's mind, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does, yeah.
Debbie was meant to be here today, wasn't she? She's a bit poorly.
She
is. A
is.
bit under the weather. No, absolutely nothing to worry about. She's got, there's a lot of lurgy going around at the moment, isn't there, Craig? A lot of coughs and sniffles and colds and sore throats and stuff. So she's just been.
We were messaging this morning.
A bit of time off, were you?
Yeah.
She'll be back. She's back. I'm back with her next week. I know that for sure.
It's because she was watching.
I've got a bit of everyone next week. You know, I think I've got a day with you, Craig. I've got Debbie Fisher for a day. I've got Debbie Robinson for a day, and also on Monday, I think I might have Jan. I've got like one of everyone. Yeah. No, I've got Corinne, yourself, Debbie with a Y, Debbie with an I. Yeah. What a lovely mixed week.
Yes, because I did say yesterday that Debbie was back later on this week. It's not, it's next week. So in case you heard me say that and you say that she's not back this week, she's still absolutely, well, she's getting better. We're messaging it this morning, but she isn't due back till next week anyway. But yeah, it's really, really has taken it out of her. She did say in the message, the family have been keeping her entertained via video call and everything. Yeah.
I've been in the house all on my own all week this week, Craig, and I don't like it.
Do you know?
I keep hearing funny noises downstairs of having those kind of evenings in the house.
Yeah.
When I'm like, what on earth is that?
But
What's going on?
Means you get the didgeridoo to yourself.
And also, sorry?
Means you get the didgeridoo to yourself.
Yeah, exactly. Is that the remote control?
Yeah.
All right, I wondered what you meant then for a second. Yeah, I thought you meant like an actual didgeridoo.
Yeah.
My didgeridoo impression, which is very, very similar to my bagpipe impression, apparently.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, how does that go? That's like the old dial-up. You used to get internet installed in your house and you're dial-up.
Oh, I must have said, I've said it before, Craig. I think there is a very unfortunate instrument, the bagpipes. I mean, when played well, yeah, they can be really, really lovely with drummers and stuff like that. But the amount of people you hear like murdering the bagpipes when you're going through Edinburgh City Centre or Glasgow City Centre, it's a very unfortunate sounding instrument, if slightly off kilter, isn't it?
It really is, yeah. And you can kind of tell by their busking pot There's very little in it. You know, yeah, a lot of people have not been enjoying that.
It's the fact that it's the fact that they blow and pump at different times that gets me. You know, there's like a lot of blowing, no blowing, lots of pumping. There might be just pumping, no blowing. Might be blowing and pumping together. I'm just like, I just can't see any sort of rhythm to it, which just throws my mind. I'm like, yeah, you're not blowing, but you're still making noise.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's one of those where when they're played right, certainly when I'm back home and they're played right, I get the goosebumps. When I was little, I used to hate the noise. It was just absolute noise. Now that I'm older and I live away from home, whenever I hear them, oh, they give me a lump in the throat and they give me goosebumps. Such a beautiful sound. But going back to this one, here's what we've done. Well, we've been chatting about, you know, blowing and pumping and all
blowing and pumping, bagpipes.
Yeah, there we go. So another way in which you can use them, you can see there, we've got them with that little aperture. That is using your knitwit pads that you were showing earlier.
Amazing. Susie's asking, what is a didgeridoo? How do you explain what a didgeridoo is? It's like a
Huge
really
big recorder,
massive,
isn't it?
like it's probably about, what, 4 or 5 foot long. It's a piece of wood's about that wide. You put your whole mouth over it at the top and you're like, yeah, like a massive percussion tool. They're from Australia, aren't they? They are from Australia, aren't they? Yeah, I'm not making that up. Excellent. I hope there you go. Mary Rhino loves the bagpipes. Absolutely loves them. Right, I bet they're so difficult to play.
Yeah,
because of the, you know, non-rhythmic blowing and pumping, as I said about.
My friend used to play them.
Sorry?
My friend used to play them.
Really? I bet it's really difficult. I bet they're really expensive as well.
Oh, very. Hard to clean. They are.
Deco Square is this first one that you've got just here. Vintage Ticket is that one that you've got just there. Then we've also got Scallop Circle, Ellipse Frame, and we've got Stylish Mosaic on there as well. They are the designs that you're going to receive. 4157 or 4784 as a platinum member. Right, we have got the pearlescent cardstock collection for you. This one here, brilliant. Centura Pearl is just so beautiful. It's real premium rate cardstock that you've got there. In this particular collection, you're going to receive the baby pink. You've also got the cherry, copper, lavender, Christmas green, the pale silver, the green gold, and also the snow white hint of silver as well. So make sure you snap those up. We've then got for you as well the scoreboard and card collection. This is great. You're getting a couple of freebies in here. You're getting the enveloper, which is the OG original ever Crafter's Companion product. Allows you to make envelopes for a multitude of different size cards. You're going to get that included. You're also going to get this as well, which is the Scoremaster. So you've got your inches on one side. You've also got your centimetres on the other side. You will get the how-to guide included with that as well. And then what you're doing is you're getting a couple of items for free then in here. You are getting the Trends, which is this one just here, your Centura Pearl. 40 sheets of Centura Pearl for free. It's not to be sniffed at, let me assure you. And then you're going to get the bone folder as well. And you'll get the straight bone and the curved bone in there too. $25.98 or $25.90 if you want to go for those. The other thing I need to tell you about as well is these. Is this amazing 12? Sorry, let me just. I'm not very tidy tonight. George of the Joysticks gets really annoyed if I don't tidy as I go. We've got a 4-pack for you on our 12x12 pads. You're going to get 2 of these for free. This one here is your Knitwit collection, as you can see. Really lovely colour tones in there. Then we've also got this one just here, which is your Kindly Thoughts collection, which is that one just there. Really, really nice colour tones. Again, you're not paying for either of those. You've got 48 sheets coming your way, totally free of charge there. And then we've also got 2 of our signature collection ones in here. So you've got Country Lane. That's coming your way. It's really, really gorgeous, large floral designs in there. And you've also then got as well this one, which is your vintage butterflies there. as you can see, again, absolutely stunning, really lovely, lots of depth and layers and dimension to all of the different sheets that you've got there on that one. Snap those up, £31.98 or £36.90 is brilliant value there. Should we do card of the show, Craig? I've got Keith's too, so I'll do these ones as 1 and 2. So Keith's is number 1. That's number 1. And number 2 as well, and then we've got Craig's demos also.
Number 3, which is here. Number 4. Number 5. And then number 6.
Amazing. Get your votes in. We are going to look again at these, the Ellipse dies. We launched them yesterday. They were very busy because they are an edgeable, but they've got a little bit more added functionality to them as well, which is why I think you guys absolutely love them. So you've got your delicate lace there. You've also got your traditional swirls, the ditzy butterflies, and you're also going to receive the dainty daisies in there too. £25.55 or £31.80 to get 4 amazingly versatile edgeable dies is exceptional value for money. It really is. Remember, if you want to get in touch, you've still got time to do so. Australian instrument, gotcha, says Susie, yeah. Mary Pat says, I love that the Queen was awakened in the morning by her bagpiper. I didn't know about that. Where? Whilst in Scotland?
In the mornings, yeah.
When at Balmoral?
9 a.m. The bagpipe would start playing, yeah.
I shouldn't get up till 9. I'm not here for that.
Yeah.
That's a good wake up time, 9. That's mine.
I'm sure it was not. I'm sure I heard them say 9 a.m.
Yeah. I mean,
9's
if
a
you
good
were
time.
royal, you were a monarch, you wouldn't want to get up any earlier, would you? No. It's not like you've got to get up and put a wash on or get the kids off to school or anything like that. You know, why not lay in? Treat yourself. I'd get at least 9 hours sleep every night if I was a monarch, I think.
Would you?
Yeah, I'd be in bed by about 11:45, up at 9. That would suit me just fine. You'd be so fresh. Can you imagine?
You would, yeah.
You would every single night. Beautiful, says Catherine, and Carletta says, what a lovely card too. Have you finished those duck pancakes now? You ready for one last demo?
No, I've still got one to go.
You got still one to go?
Still got one to go.
Are you going to save that for after this demo?
Yeah.
Brilliant, okay.
Absolutely. So we're going to have a look at these ones, the Ellipse dies. So what we can do is, it's one that's not even opened yet. What we're going to do with this one, we're going to use the delicate lace, and I've got my card blank. Now, the main concept, so to speak, or that special point when it comes to these ones, is these are a slightly deeper die cut. Now, what that means is you're going to be able to go through 2 sheets of 300 GSM cardstock with absolute ease. So that means the back is going to be absolutely perfect as the front is. You're not going to get any buckling, no feathering, no nothing whatsoever. However, you can still absolutely use these in the normal, so to speak, edgeable way that you would tend to use your other edgeables. So what I've got here is I've got my card blank and I've cut this to 4 by 6. Now, just like all your other edgeables, you've got your cutting edge on one side and a non-cutting edge on here, so it all stays into position. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in, I'm going to use my glass mat to help line up. So I'm going to come up as far as I can go to the edge while I'm lined up on my glass mat. And then what I can do is I can then tape these ones down. So then what I can do is I can come in with my plates. There's no any difference to the plate configuration. It's exactly the same. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to roll that one in. So I just need to move that back ever so slightly, too far up against the edge. So if we go up, let that go in, and then as that comes out, if I was using the larger plates, what I would do is I would do the pause in reverse just to give them that extra cut. But what we can then do is take these ones away, and then you will see, if I take that, and then I'm just going to snip that top bit off. You can see here. If I open this one up, what we've then got is we have got our die cut edge. So if I work all the way down, what you're going to do is you're going to see, be careful with some of them, Joe, because what you've got is some real intricate pieces. So you don't want to get them all tangled and bent in to some of the other parts. So we're just going to pop them ones out, as you can see here. Now at home, you would potentially be using your die tool. I'm wanting to pop them out so that you can see how these have all die cut perfectly, even although it's through the 300 GSM cardstock, through it twice.
Total there, that's amazing.
600, yeah. Yep. And this would still do your Centura Pearl. So if you were to do your Centura Pearl, that's then 310 GSM cardstock times 2. So you've got that really, really good weight when it comes to them. So we're just going to pop all these bits out.
If you were going to be woken by any instrument in the morning, what would you want it to be?
A harp.
A harp, yeah.
Yeah, a harp's a good one. Nice, chilled, relaxed.
Oh no, violin, that could be a bit aggressive, George. If someone comes around with an electric violin, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Can get a bit energetic, can't it, the violin? Demo of the show is number 4, Craig. So
Number
your
4.
Second demo. I'm going to come and grab it off you.
You do that. Number 4, so my second one. That one there.
Brilliant.
That's
Thank
great.
you very much.
Thank you very much.
Oh, it's quite heavy, isn't it?
It is a heavy one, isn't it?
Oh, thank you.
Really heavy. We're just going to pop them ones out. Typical. I didn't even have another card ready, so I wanted to show you all this. So what I'm going to do, let's also take. Are you?
Can I? Would you mind if I pause you there for a
yeah,
sec?
because
Craig?
then I'll
Is that
just
all right?
finish this bit.
Yeah, excellent. Let's do card of the day then. So that was card of the show. Craig's there. Sorry, Keith, he's still here. He's not going to be happy. He's going to be fuming when I tell him. And then this then is card of the day. You can go for Lily, number 1, from Wake Up Call. Craig's from Masterclass, number 2 there. Or 3, Craig's from Launch Party. 1, 2 or 3. Get your votes in right now. Yeah, Crafters TV over on Facebook, Crafters Companion if you are over on YouTube. Remember as well what's coming up tomorrow here on Crafters TV. It's another jam-packed day. Craig will be here for Wake Up Call with Jan. Nana Jan will be here. That'll be 11 a.m. UK time, 6 a.m. East Coast. I'll be back for the second show with Leanne and a craft along. And then I'll be back with the last show of the day in this slot with Jan tomorrow evening for Beautiful Beginnings. First time I've done Beautiful Beginnings. And also we'll have Jamie with us. Jamie Rogers from Creative Expressions. They'll be with us all 3 days tomorrow. It's going to be a fun one, isn't it, Craig?
It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a lot of fun tomorrow. And thinking as well, if you're doing all of these, you know, doing these with your die-cut edgeables, imagine if you go through with your pastes or something. Go in with all of your pastes that you've got from Creative Expressions. That would look quite fab. So let's bring this one back in, and then I'm going to go in, give it a really good burnish. So then what we've got here is we've got our double cut, top and bottom through here. So as I was saying, what I would be doing at home, I would be using that pause and reverse feature when it comes to these ones. Give it a little bit more of a helping hand, but it still works. We can see here as well. What I've done is I've gone in with a piece of that beautiful cardstock from Knitwit Collection, and I'm going to taint the edges with some of the blue. So this is ocean blue, and we're going around. And I seem to have been in a creative blue mood today. I think Keith's brought that in with his collection.
He loves a bit of blue, doesn't he?
He does indeed. He does indeed. Gave him a little bit of a warning this morning when it comes to some of those jokes.
A little bit of a what?
Warning.
Did he?
None of his jokes. Yeah, he may be feeling blue, bringing blue. None of the blue jokes here on Crafters TV.
No blue jokes?
Nope.
No. No, definitely none of those today.
So
enough height of professionalism all day here on Crafters TV. I think I might get a Mackey's on the way home, you know.
Ooh, that sounds good. I might do the same. Might do the same.
Yeah. See, I don't have to go past. You have to go past one, which is difficult, don't you?
I do.
Whereas I don't. I'd have to really go out my way to get one. And also, we are in the house here equidistant between the two of them.
Right.
So it's like, do I go all the way to the one near yours and then drive back?
Yeah.
Or do I go away to the one near here and then drive back? I never know what to do, Craig.
That's the thing, yeah.
It's hard.
That is the thing, isn't it?
It's a hard life.
It's a hard decision. It is a hard
I'll probably just
decision.
have an apple and go to bed.
Oh no, treat yourself. Treat yourself. Very quick, very simple, but then that just shows you the initial concept. Many of you are going to have little off-cut strips left over. You're going to have your sentiments as well. Die cut the sentiments. Maybe you've got some of Keith's vellum sentiments into the middle there. Would look beautiful, but through your 2 layers of 300 GSM, and even when you can see that at the back, there's no buckling, there's no feathering, no nothing when it comes to the double cut.
Brilliant, isn't it? Absolutely brilliant. Let me take you back through exactly what you're getting. So it's the delicate lace, which is this one just here. That is your delicate lace. Then there is the traditional swirls, being that one just there. You've got your ditzy butterflies and your dainty daisies as well. 2044 or 2544 if you're a platinum member, which is exceptional value for money for 4 really, really versatile edgeable dies. Tracy, me and Craig are saying we're a bit disappointed you haven't yet laid the creative expression stuff out because we like to have a little nose at the end of the show. There you go. She said tough. What did you think she said in the gallery? Oh, they thought you'd done a swear. No, she doesn't. She swears like a, honestly, she swears like a navvy when she's at the back, but she wouldn't swear in the studio. Let me share with you then, card of the show, Craig. Card of the day even. Number 3. That's you 2 for 2 for the week, Craig.
Woohoo!
I mean, it's going to be a good week.
Oh, well, I've definitely not got it tomorrow.
No, you're not making any cards tomorrow.
Oh, neither I am. I'm thinking that I am making cards tomorrow, but I was away to say that it's definitely either between Leanne or Jan. But yeah, definitely is, because I'm not making any.
Yeah, absolutely it is. Craig, it was a massive pleasure to spend another day. Honestly, like buses, we haven't worked together for months, and then we had 2 together.
Really has been.
You will be ships in the morning tomorrow, won't we?
We will be.
Ships in the afternoon, in fact, yeah.
In the afternoon it will be, yeah, in the afternoon. Enjoy your rest of the evening. I will see you tomorrow.
You're going to have, you're going to enjoy the rest of that duck spring roll?
I will do.
It's not a spring roll. Why do I know what they're called? Pancake roll.
Pancake, yeah.
Pancake roll.
Although pancake for me is like with butter and jam and that. It's not that, but it's still very nice.
Yeah.
I will see you tomorrow for a wake-up call.
Yeah.
It's going to be myself and Jan and also Jamie from
Yeah, it'll be lovely. And then after that, myself and Leanne and Jamie will be here. And then after that, with a craft along. Very rare that Leanne does a craft along, so it'd be lovely to have her do one of those. And then myself and Jan and Jamie will be up a little later than that. Don't forget about the 2 for 20 that's running over on the website at the moment. You can see the category there on the home screen. Go and give that a click and you'll see all of the wonderful products that are included in that 2 for £20 or $20 sale. Yeah, don't miss out on those. I think it's just for today. I don't know how long it lasts, but I didn't see anything. 29th.
Midnight tomorrow.
Midnight tomorrow. It's very hard to understand when someone's got a mouthful of duck trying to tell you that. Yeah, it's been amazing. Thank you so much. Big thanks to Craig. Thanks to the team in the gallery, the team backstage as well. And the biggest thanks, of course, to all of you at home. If you are here in the UK, enjoy what's left of the rest of your evening. If you're across the pond, enjoy the rest of your day. I'll see you back here tomorrow at 2 p.m/9 a.m. Make sure you come and join Craig before that at 11 a.m/6 a.m. Take care. Bye-bye.